Yo, it's your boy Merita, boy. I'm back up in this thing, man. Listen. First, I want to say, shout out to my boy Silk Foster Jr. I was supposed to be at this live way, way earlier. I ain't gonna lie, I gotta apologize to my boy because my boy hit me up, and asked me to go live earlier. But I ain't gonna lie, I dozed off to sleep, bro. I told you, shit, the bed be calling me sometimes. But by me going to sleep so early, I'm up early, right? And I was scouring these YouTube screens. And when I was scouring these YouTube screens, I was just looking for content, looking seeing what was going on in the YouTube world. Um, and of course, we know the situation with Jay-Z uh, is probably the most hot topic that's going on right now. And I've just been checking it out, listening to different opinions, and listen to what people saying. Shout out my girl Tanel Bowens, and listen to what people were saying. And I ain't gonna lie, this thing is it's heating up, man. What I'm paying attention to is creating. Excuse me, I'm laying down, y'all, on my laptop, but it's creating like a gender war between men and women. And I was ran across Anton Daniels. Shout out to Anton Daniels. He kind of polarizing. Um, but it was interesting to me because he got a lot of women up on this panel, and he don't. Well, it's two men up here, him and another man. But at the same time, it was interesting to hear their opinions on the Jay-Z situation. And listen. I may feel a way about whatever, or have an opinion about whatever topic that we discuss here, but I'm always listening to other people's points of views, because when you listen to other people's points of views, it can open your mind to the possibilities of something more than the way you view things. And I just want to play this for a second so we can hear the different opinions on the Jay-Z situation. Because, okay, so I haven't been live in a while, so I went live yesterday, and what I was attempting to do was I was attempting to cover all the bases. You know what I'm saying? To compartmentalize, because sometimes I think people find it hard to compartmentalize. I think people find it hard to uh, to understand that two things can be true. And that's what I was trying to break down. Like, okay, case in point, I was listening to this Anton Daniels, and I'll play some of it for you so you can understand where I'm coming from. But just bear with me for a second so I can summarize my point of view here. It's levels to this. Sometimes I think people just be like, throw away the whole baby, throw the baby away with the whole bath water. You feel what I'm saying? Like, two things can be true here, right? I have never heard of a situation where Jay-Z R-worded somebody up until this last situation. I have heard about situations where he done possibly been sleeping with underage women. You feel me? And I think people need to understand, like, two things could be true here. He could be innocent of this charge, and he could be a pedo. You feel what I'm saying? And I think people don't understand that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you got to give me some evidence, or at least some circumstantial evidence. You give me some circumstantial evidence, enough circumstantial evidence, then I can make an educated guess. Does that mean that my opinion gonna be correct? No, because it's all opinion until we end up with the facts. Until this thing, until they come up with some facts, then it's all opinion. My opinion don't make me right. It's just my opinion. But I try to base my opinions on educated guesses. You feel what I'm saying? But I noticed that because people see that Jay-Z done possibly mess around with underage women, then they just now it's just, oh yeah, he could have R-worded a girl. No, bro, we can't. You can do what you want to do, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not finna, and I ain't even know Jay-Z. I'm not a fan of Jay-Z as a human being, and I tried to lay that out last night. I'm a fan of Jay-Z music, but I do not like how Jay-Z been doing the black community, how he been using us as leverage in order to make his own pockets rich. I told y'all that Colin Kaepernick situation with Jay-Z completely turned me off on Jay-Z as a human being. Will I still listen to the Black Album? Will I still listen to Reasonable Doubt? Will I still listen to Hard Knock Life? Yes. But do that mean that I still like him as a human being? No, I don't. I don't. And I think that it's hard for people to compartmentalize. I think if some nowadays, if people don't like you for one thing, they discredit the whole you. And that's not fair. Because as we all know, people have different shades of them. You have different shades of you. You see what I'm saying? It's some you could be a great person to somebody and be the worst person in the world to another person. I've seen this happen. It's people that hate you, but it's people that love you too. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm not saying neither one of them are not warranted. It's some people that you are an angel to, and it's some people that would probably say that you're a piece of shit. You feel what I'm saying? And I think people don't understand that. But I'm gonna play this a little bit for you, and then we're gonna jump into it. My bad. I got to fast forward a little bit, y'all. What's going on here? Get this thing together. Who did you say this T Sweezy?
A blackmail attempt. In a statement posted on X, the rapper said in part, "These allegations are so heinous in nature, my heart and support goes out to true victims in the world who have to watch how their life story is dressed in costume for profitability."
Jay-Z accused of being with a 13-year-old. Say it ain't so. Before we get y'all's dialogue, who thinks it's true?
Shout out to you, T Sweezy.
Elizabeth, do you think it's true? Jerry, you think it's true? So,
It's
Molly
killing me too.
thinks he's innocent. Molly and Jerry think he's innocent. You think he's innocent or guilty?
Oh no, I think I raised my hand with everybody else.
Okay, so 2K, you think he's guilty? I didn't see you raise your hand.
No, I think he's innocent.
Okay, so 2K and Molly think he's innocent. Okay, go ahead. Who wants to start us off?
Okay, so I think the okay, so I think the people to be they look at our culture and they see how far they can go with us by what they test out on you. So hey,
Donate plasma today and receive up to $700 your first month. CSL Plasma. Do the amazing.
and then we gonna get the overall response, and then that's how we gonna react to it, if you ask me. Okay? So here they is, dropping it in the news, everybody listening, brainwashing. We seen when they dropped the news yesterday, I seen it on my timeline non-stop. They literally conditioning y'all to believe everything that y'all see from the media. So I don't understand how y'all can just with no proof at all, y'all believe he did.
This the same guy that got like Meek Mills and a victim of Diddy. He did it. It's the same guy who said I got 5 passports, I'm never going to jail. It's the same guy who said that his close friends were R. Kelly. It's the same guy that was close friends with multiple people that was put up in situations like this. He's always around R. Kelly. He did it. They are best friends. You mean that's not how he did it in a year when she was only like 15, 16.
Yeah.
Let's not forget how he did it.
I can't. I don't. I turn it up as far as it can go. T. I don't understand. Like I don't know what's up with this volume because I can hear it fine, and but I do know I got volume problems. But I don't understand how come I can turn it all the way up on the thing, and you guys can't hear it. I don't understand. I might got to get some more new equipment. I don't understand. Like I just don't understand because I can hear it fine. It's loud as fuck here, but I do understand that I do because this been going on, so I do believe you. Um, I don't understand. I don't know how to fix this. I don't know how to fix this. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to narrate what this young lady here is saying is she's saying that men find it hard to believe that men with money would do these type of crimes. You see what I'm saying? And I stated that last night. Remember, I say nope. I'm not gonna give him a pass because he got money. I'm not gonna say that. Oh, he got money. He won't do these type of things. No, that don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean shit. That don't mean shit because a man got money that he can't do these, won't do these type of things. But let me tell you what's going on here, right? What's going on here, right, is these particular group of women right here on this panel. I like the panel Anton got because they most of the women are definitely against what Anton feels, but it makes for a good conversation, right? So what these women are saying, what these women are doing is just because it's an allegation, they automatically he did it, right? And the reason why they say he automatically did it is because they done heard about the situations where him been dating underage women. That is not the same thing. I'm telling you this shit. I know people who done slept with underage women who have never R-worded a woman in their life. We got to stop doing this shit. We got to stop doing this shit. They are not the same thing. It is not the same thing. And just because Diddy accused of doing some of this shit or whatever you're accused of, that don't mean that that man will do the same shit. I got plenty of homeboys that do drugs and all type of shit. And they cool with me. But I don't do that shit. You feel what I'm saying? We gotta stop doing this shit. We gotta stop stereotyping people. That's the same shit they do to people used to do or still do to us as black people. Oh, all black people still locking their doors when you walk by the car and shit like that. We gotta stop doing that shit. And really, what it really is people are projecting their fears or whatever trauma they have onto this situation right here. We don't know if this shit is true. Just read this. When Cassie came out with her shit, her shit was detailed, and we saw a video of Cassie getting assaulted, right? So we knew that it was some facts to what Cassie was saying. This is not the same here, bro. Listen, bro. If people just pay attention to the story that this girl does, this woman, she's a woman now, that she said, bro, we can't do that. We can't listen. And I'm not a Jay-Z fan. Listen, do what I hope. I hope Foxy Brown come out and say, yeah, he was sleeping with me when I was what's her name. I'll be right on her bandwagon. I'll be like, well, yep, well, hey, there you go. But this ain't it right here. You know what I'm saying? Like this is not the aha, we got you, Jay-Z. No, y'all going about this the wrong way. This is the wrong hill to die on. This is a money grab, in my opinion. Could I be wrong? Yes, but it looks too much like some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even saying all these women who is lying. All of these women are not lying, bro. But I don't know which one of them is lying. But I know I would pick this story here out of all of the stories to say, yeah, he did this. No, man. Come on, man. We got to have common sense here, bro. We got to have comments. We got to have common sense, bro. Like, bro, listen. None of these, listen. None of these people are trying to put this man in jail. Man, put this nigga in jail. He did that shit. Let us know it's real. Listen, in 2000, whenever this shit happened in 2000, right? Jay-Z was he was Jay-Z. He had money. Diddy was Diddy. He had money. You mean to tell me a 13-year-old girl? She said she called her dad to pick up from I think from a convenience store, whatever. Said her daddy can't pick up in the morning. Her daddy could pick her up until the morning. Where her daddy at? So you mean to tell me her dad ain't called the police? You mean to tell me her dad ain't motherfucking make a fuss about this shit back then? Where he at now? Man, a nigga assault my motherfucking 13-year-old daughter. I want blood. You feel me? This shit smell too much like a money grab. I did a little research. This is the Diddy. This really is the Diddy lawsuit. They just adding Jay-Z to it, right? Why he wasn't in it on the first place? You got Diddy in there. Shit. We want the people that did something to you, baby. Feel me? Like, we want, if these people hurt you, these people assault you, took your innocence or whatever. We want blood. We not waiting 24 years to get some justice. Not me, not for my baby. I understand people act different, but why wait till now? Nigga, listen, first I would have tried to kill him. And if the police would have stopped me, then we gonna put his ass in jail. After we put him in jail, we going through the whole court thing. After that, we finna sue this motherfucker. All this shit would have been handled in 2000. By the time 2002 would have rolled around, nigga, Jay-Z and Diddy would have been no more. They would have been up the road and sing by motherfucking now. Know what I'm saying? Fucking with me. Feel me? What Tennessee say, but at the same time, we have to start automatically assuming that women are lying. No, not auntie. That's not what we're doing. We're not automatically assuming they lying. What we're doing is we reading the complaint and we calling bullshit. Now, if she would have wrote that, if they would have wrote that shit and that shit would have made sense, then yeah, I would have been on her side. But what we're doing is we're listening to what you're saying, and then we making a educated guess off of what she said. When I first heard Cassie complaint, I knew she wasn't lying off top. I knew it. I said, "Oh yeah, this shit here sound pretty. This shit here sound pretty. What's the name?" Well, I don't know about them other people, but I'm not automatically assuming that women are lying. That's not what I'm doing. That's not what I'm doing. But I'm gonna tell you what we should do. We should wait to see what the facts is, because let me tell you something. You see what's going on right now? This is going to cost him, whether he innocent or not. This is finna cost him. They already talking about he probably going to distance himself from the Super Bowl. You see what I'm saying? So he losing money already. What if it's a lie? What if it's a lie? Janice Dixon, and I know we can't say or correlate the same thing, but the point I'm trying to say is, bro, they got a lot of these people who say they've been assaulted, who make it bad for the people who really been assaulted by coming out and lying and making the victims, the real victims, look crazy. That's all I'm saying. And I see that, and I see a lot of people doing that with Jay. And again, if it was me, if it was me and I wanted to go after Jay-Z, I would go after Jay-Z through the Foxy Brown situation. I would go after Jay-Z through that daughter situation that he got, where the one that he didn't claim but came out, they kind of saying that's his daughter now. And the reason why he didn't claim her because he was messing with her mama when her mama was underage. I would even investigate the Beyonce dealing with Jay-Z before she was of age type shit. Not this one here. No, bro. Just look how crazy this sounds. A 13-year-old girl, a 13-year-old girl, not 13. She got a ride to the fucking VMAs. The VMAs, 13 now. What 13-year-old gonna just think they can get into the VMAs? I'm just saying, like the VMAs, you can't get in that bitch without an invitation. The VMAs. So she go to the VMAs, right? She gets somebody to take her. She don't say who. She gets somebody to take her, right? Boom. She can't get in, so she go to talking to the security or whatever. Then she go to talking to limo drivers. Hey, can I get in? Come on, just think about this shit for a second. A kid. It's a kid at nighttime. Then she happened to run into one of Diddy drivers or whatever. He say, yeah, Diddy like you. They take her to a after party. She goes in the after party with all the celebrities, everybody. I want to know what she was dressed like. It ain't no way a 13-year-old kid not gonna stand out, ain't gonna have on clothes that's not gonna make her look crazy up in there. She ain't got no goddamn real wang on in that bitch. She got on some Walmart shit up in there. You mean to tell me them people ain't gonna be like, what? What's she doing here? You see what I'm saying? But she make it past all that. Then she get into the room with, and lo and behold, she in there with two of the most famous, she in there with two of the most famous rappers in the world. And they go to tussling over and then they have sex with her one by one. Then she grabbed, she said the hits, no, they slipped they gave her something, she drunk, she felt woozy. Then they start tussling over and they start having sex with her one by one. Right? Then she hit, I think she hit Diddy. She said she hit Diddy, grabbed her clothes, ran out. So she got past all the security and everybody at the mansion party when she running out with her naked, with her clothes in her hand, run all the way to a goddamn convenience store. When she said she talked to the clerk at the convenience store, and the convenience store clerk called her father. And her father didn't get that till the morning time. Come on, man. Hell no. So, but with all this went on, not one single solitary person called the police. Not even her daddy. For 24 years. Man. Bro, that's crazy. Hell no. I'm not buying that. No. Hell no. Bro, this story is more unbelievable. It's women that's filing complaints against Diddy who lying, but their story sound better than this story. Listen, also, do you know that Jay-Z, he had his own after party that night? You know that, right? He had his own after party I think it was in New Jersey or New York. It was New York and New Jersey, whatever the cities that close by. He had his own after party that night. See what I'm saying? Listen, bro, I peeped what's going on here. They said they put her at the VMAs for a reason. Because they know that Jay-Z was at the VMAs. They got footage, photos of him at the VMAs. Because if she would have just picked a random day and said that they assaulted me on this day, then she wouldn't know it possibly get debunked because he might not even been in the state at the time. So they used the VMAs because they know he was at the VMAs. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you another thing. Do you know the lawyer went to Jay-Z attorney them and tried to get him to pay before they came out with this? They tried to get him to pay before they came out with this. That's what Jay-Z talking about. Because he already knew, because they were trying to shake him down. This is a shakedown, y'all. But they got 100 people. Listen, Diddy is a monster, in my opinion, because where there's smoke, there's fire, in my opinion. I can make an educated guess because it's too much victims coming out saying it. But ain't no way this motherfucking man assaulted 100 motherfuckers in Texas alone. If you count the 100 people in Texas, 120, may I add, people in Texas, and then you count the countless others that he said that he assaulted. Man, they got Diddy done assaulted over 200-300 motherfuckers. Come on, man. Listen, bro. We got to call a spade a spade. It's some real victims in that motherfucker, for sure. But it's predominantly motherfuckers that's trying to get paid. Know what I'm saying? Just like Janice Dickinson came out with the Bill Cosby shit. Did Bill Cosby slip some of these women motherfucking what they call it, quaaludes and shit and Spanish fly? Yes, I seen him on Larry King live talking about it. I seen him and Larry King talk about it. I posted it. I did a little video on that. Yes, but was it some of them women that were lying on Bill Cosby? Hell yeah. You know how we know? Because Janice Dixon came right out and said it later on. She said she lied on Bill Cosby. You see what I'm saying? So that's the part. That's the problem that I have with the shit. Like, I'm not finna just listen. The reason why I have this opinion is because of what I read. That shit, that math ain't mathing, man. No, 13 years old. 13 years old, you got assaulted by Diddy and Jay-Z. Your daddy picked you up from a goddamn convenience store in the morning time, and ain't no police or nothing get called. So you just went back to your regular day, your regular life, went back to regular school. Your mama, your daddy, ain't nobody say nothing. You ain't say nothing. Get the fuck out of here, man. And this is this is the case that everybody is so opinionated on. And that's just sad, bro. It's just sad that people can't use their own common sense from what they hearing and understand that. Come on, man, this shit ain't adding up. I think what's happening is, I'm telling you, I think a lot of listen. I don't talk to a lot of women in my life. Most of them done been assaulted. Most of them, I swear to God. I'm saying, out of all the women that I had this conversation with, I'm telling you, 80% of them done been assaulted in their life by somebody, whether a family member or something like that. So I understand that a lot of women be assaulted. You know what I'm saying? But what I think is, I think that they casting that on these situations because they feel away because it's done happened to them, and they know it's a lot of creep ass men out there that will do shit like this. Is Jay-Z somebody that's probably had relations with underage women? I believe so. Do I know for a fact? No, but I seen that they say he was with Foxy Brown. I think that got legs. Know what I'm saying? So I can paint him as a pedo. I can see that. But when we talking about taking something, when we talking about holding a girl down and doing something like that to them, nah, gang. If you want to talk about Diddy on that, yeah, we can go with Diddy on that. You know how we know? Because we know that Diddy got laced baby oil, lotion, drinks, all type of shit to where he wanted the women incapacitated where he could assault them. You see, it's called compartmentalizing. But what people doing is, oh, he be with Jay-Z. Oh, he did it. Oh, he possibly did that. If you want to say that Bill Cosby do some shit like that, yes. Yes, I can believe that. But nah, bro, we ain't finna do it like that. And I'm not, listen, and I'm somebody that want to see Jay-Z get his comeuppance. I do. I really, really do. But I gotta call a spade, man. Like, and listen, if something happened to this young lady, let's just say something happened to her. Say something really did happen to her. And the whole story true. It's sad. It's sad. You know why it's sad? Because if everything you said in this thing, in this story is true, and you really did get assaulted, man, hey, I hate to tell you, baby girl, but y'all went about this whole thing the wrong way. Y'all should have called the police back then. See, that's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. Like let's stop taking the responsibility off the victim to tell what happened. It's always excuses. It's always, we was scared, we was embarrassed. Fuck all that. Fuck all that. You need to be brave. If somebody did this shit to you, you need to be brave. And I'm gonna tell you why. For situations like this, you make it bad on the victims that's gonna come behind you. Stop being pussy. If a motherfucker did something to you and took your motherfucking innocence, you need to be brave and call the motherfucking police and stand up in front of that podium and say, yes, this person did this to me. I don't give a fuck if it's under your threat of your death or whatever. Do what's right. Don't motherfucking wait 20 years and then only file a civil suit. It make it look like you just only want some money. Know what I'm saying? We say T, and we say I didn't believe it when I first heard about it, but you know the court of public opinion has more repercussions than the real courts sometimes, so they're just trying to turn people against him. Listen, that's what I'm saying. And do I think Jay-Z a evil, a hard, cold motherfucker? Yeah, I do. I do. I do. I do. And that's why I tried to break all this shit down last night, bro, because and I don't want this to be a woman-man thing, but it seems like that's what it's turning into. Man, listen, bro. But these hoes be fucking. Swear to God. Listen, I want to listen. I want to take you to the hood so bad. I want to take you where I'm from so bad. So y'all can just listen to the women. Just listen to them. But and it ain't grown women all the time. I'm telling you, it's 15, 16, 17 years old. But listen, bro, listen. I'm not saying ain't nothing happened to them because it is. This shit happens every day. But what I'm saying is they be complicit sometimes too. I'm telling you this shit. They be look. I'm gonna tell you a story, right? I'm gonna tell you a story. I'm gonna try to keep the names and shit. What's the name? I got a partner. He got a girlfriend, right? Cute girl, nice looking girl. They used to be arguing on shit all the time, right? So I'm trying to say this shit for how long. They used to be arguing and shit all the time, right? So she got caught one time cheating with another dude, right? So he wanted to fight her. He wanted to, you know what I'm saying, whatever. I used to try to keep him fighting and shit, right? So I go to talk. I tell my other homeboy about the situation that's both of our mutual friends. And he say, bro, I don't even know why he be fighting that girl or we'll get mad at that girl for doing what she doing. I say, why? He say, bro, do you know her mama kicked her out? I say, why? He said, because she slept with her mama husband. And when her stepdaddy's brother got out of prison, he stayed with them too. She fucked him too. She was a fucking mother at the time. She fucked her mama husband and she fucked her mama husband brother. This is the goddamn truth. You see? And I'm not saying all women like this. I'm just saying we got to understand that, bro, all these motherfucking women ain't no motherfucking innocent. They out here like wolves like niggas. Especially nowadays. Listen, nowadays the men is more like women and the women is more like men. I'm telling you. Man, I don't know if y'all out here in the dating world and seeing what the jungle going on. It's a jungle out here. Y'all must have been on Facebook. Every time you turn around, the women talk about sex. I'm telling you this shit. I just wrote. It was one of my Facebook friends just wrote on a post the other day. She said if you in a relationship with a man and you have sex with a girl, is that cheating? I posted. I said yes. She got on the post and said, "Now come on, Merita." Like what she was saying was like, "Nigga, that ain't cheating. I'ma fuck a girl if I want to, even if I'm with a man." I'm telling you this shit, bro. Bro, I was just in a relationship. Where I did everything. A man paid all the bills, all this type of shit. That bitch didn't give a fuck about that. That bitch wanted to go fuck other motherfuckers. I'm telling you this shit, bro. Like, we gotta stop doing this shit. We gotta listen, bro. These women is not innocent like that. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm not saying all of them, but I'm saying this now. And let's just say this for instance, right? So this lady right here who brought this claim against Jay-Z or whatever, right? If it's not true, then what we gonna say about her? If this is not true, then who is she? Don't she fit the mold of what I'm talking about if this is not true? I'm telling you, bro, listen, they hide behind pretty face, innocence, all this type of shit. Bro, I can tell you some stories. I just don't want to say the shit. I'm telling you this shit. I know women. I don't want to. I just don't want to. I just don't want to. Shout out, Reflection Kimberly. I know stories, bro. I know women that done fuck their children's significant other. You better pay attention when I'm trying to tell you. If I tell you Easter tomorrow, don't question me, just color the eggs. I know women who done fuck their children significant other. Do you hear what I'm saying? This is fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you this shit, gang. This shit real out here. Listen, the days of like our grandmamas and Denzel Washington fences with Viola Davis and that shit ain't going down nowadays. Nowadays, it's a jungle out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? The dudes is more soft than the women. The women don't want one man or nothing like that. Those women want a girlfriend. They want a man. They want 2, 3 niggas. I'm telling you this shit. I'm telling you what's going on out here. Bro, listen, I want to settle down so motherfucking bad, but I can't. You know why I can't? Because it's a jungle out here. It ain't nobody. I can't find nobody. I can't find nobody to settle down with. Everybody getting cheated on. Everybody. I'm talking about, listen. I'm talking about the women doing the cheating, nigga. For real. But listen, I know very few couples that, I'm going to say this, either both of them doing the cheating or a woman doing the cheating and the man, either both of them doing cheating or either or. Put it that way. Very few. That shit, listen, nowadays to this generation, that shit boring. A regular relationship, go work and go home and take care of kids, and that shit boring to them. I'm telling you. I'm telling you this shit. I'm telling you this shit. So let's just think about this shit too. This girl talking about she 13, she went to the VMAs. Come on, bro, who do that? Come on, I'm just saying, like, what's going on here? So you mean a 13-year-old girl just able to go to the VMAs? Like, that's something weird right there. It's something wrong here. So a 13-year-old girl got somebody to drive her to the VMAs and drop her off. It was gone all night, so she say. Even if that part is true, at the point where she got assaulted, I believe she would have turned back into a child at that point. And she would have been crying, she would have been distraught, and she would have wanted some type of assistance from an adult. How come the clerk at the store ain't called the police? See what I'm saying? Like, but people believe in this shit. Yeah, maybe Lexi be in traffic, I don't know. But that's what I'm saying, like I can't believe this shit. And it's bad. It's bad because we should believe them. We should believe when a woman or a young girl, one whatever come out and say this shit. We should believe them. But this is the reason why we don't. But you know what they're gonna say? They're gonna say, oh, she was scared. Oh, that's why we don't come out, because people don't believe us. No, we don't believe you because you come out 20 years later, you're not trying to put nobody in jail, all you want is some money. That's devaluing yourself, and it's kind of putting what's the name on what happened to you. So you ain't mad, so you're not mad at what happened to you. You just want them to pay. You don't want them in jail though, right? You just want them to pay. Get the fuck out of here, man. You supposed to want all the above. You supposed to want Diddy ass in jail, Jay-Z in jail, and you supposed to want to get paid. But they're not trying to put them in jail. Why? It don't make sense. You gotta have common sense here, man. You gotta have common sense. And listen, ladies, y'all gotta start policing yourselves too, bro. Like somebody gotta speak up. Feel me? Because from a man, it's gonna seem like we taking up for men. No, y'all got to police y'all community. Hey, listen, y'all got to call a spade, a whore, a lie, a lie, a lie, a lie. No, baby, we not finna let you get away with this unsubstantiated shit. Because you know what? My motherfucking sister was assaulted. And you motherfucking making her look like a fucking liar. No, we not finna do that. Just like I call out my peers on YouTube for using their platforms as weapons against certain people. That's the same thing y'all gotta do. Because we ain't finna, because when it comes from a man, it's gonna make it look like we are insensitive to what happened to the women. Okay, and then another thing. What happens when some of these claims do be found to be bullshit? Listen, what about the one? Let me slow down for a second. I'm talking fast. What about with the Diddy situation, right? Do y'all remember the one lady came out and the one lady who had filed a claim against Diddy? She had texted the bodyguard and told the bodyguard to go along with the story. And she was gonna break him off, and the bodyguard exposed that. Remember, they dropped her case. She was finna lie on the man. You see what I'm saying? But don't nobody want to talk about that. Nobody wants to talk about that. We need the real victims. We need the real victims to motherfucking have a voice. We need the real victims to get justice. We don't need the rest of you barnacles trying to make a money grab, cheapening, making this shit look like what it ain't. You feel me? Because what happens is we all supposed to be against people like Diddy, monsters like Diddy, people that do this type of stuff to young women. But what happens is when we see that people are lying on them, it just make everybody like, ah, man, shit. You know what I'm saying? It makes everybody. It was people that listen, and I'm gonna say this too. I gotta get Cassie too. We got to call a spade a spade. I'm pro Cassie, personally. Me personally, I am pro Cassie. I feel like from what I saw happen to her in that hallway of that hotel, that was enough for me. She needed to be motherfucking compensated. Actually, he needed to be in jail, but I understand it was in a relationship and it was a toxic type of relationship with abuse. And I understand sometimes when people don't go that far, but she should have. You know what I'm saying? Because that man was putting his feet and all on you. I was disgusted. Real shit. I wanted to fight that nigga when I seen that shit. Right? But let's be real here, bro. We got evidence that suggests that Cassie wasn't totally with what was going on. That's why I tell y'all, two things could be true. Was Cassie abused? Yes. But was she a willing participant? Yes, sometimes. And you know how we know that? Because we got reports of Cassie laughing at Kim Porter when Diddy used to beat her. Y'all remember Cassie and Kim Porter and Diddy used to swing together, right? They say goddamn Diddy have Cassie and Kim Porter in the same motherfucking house at the same time. She was complicit in the activities at first. You see? But then it turned to something else. You see? Just like Young Miami was the same shit Young Miami was doing. Oh, yeah, fighting, arguing with hoes all on the internet about Diddy. Talking about she'll make hoes suck up. She can get Diddy to make hoes suck up pussy. She said that. She wrote that. But now you want to be on your show crying, talking about well, this and that there. Talking about you'll let Diddy pee on you. She said these things. But now she want to hide to be a victim because the shit done hit the fan. Come on, man. We got to stop doing that shit. We got to stop giving these women, these type of certain women, passes. She was fucking hoes with Diddy too. Young Miami was doing it. Cassie was doing it. Kim Porter was doing it. And whoever else was doing that shit. But then when the monster come out and he go to beating on y'all and making y'all do shit, Now y'all turning to victims. Yes, you're a victim at that point, but at some point you was complicit too. Two things can be true. So throw all their ass in the motherfucking in the basket together. You feel me? That's how I look. I try to look at shit from the real side of shit, like what's really real deal going on. We say no, it was her boyfriend or former boyfriend. That's why I haven't been in a relationship 4 years. I have been celibate for 2 years. See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. Like people don't got time for this shit. It's all kind of weird shit going on out here. I'm telling you now. Motherfuckers, listen. Motherfuckers motherfuckers be trying to hide what they do, and you know what I'm saying, make themselves look like the victim. You know what I'm saying? They'll make it like it was your fault or you did something, but in actuality, they did all this fuck shit. I'm telling you what's going on. I see this shit every day. I just be like, wow. Bro, listen. I got a homeboy, right? I got a homeboy. He got quite a few kids, right? Do you know listen, listen. He got his BM. I ain't gonna say his name, whatever, but his BM used to be on social media, airing him out, saying he'll take care of his kids, and he took care of his kids, bro. I used to be there. The man paid child support, all type of shit, right? And he take care of his kids, you know what I'm saying, really well, to be honest with you. But the BM was just jealous. How about it just came out that the child that she rolled him for and talked all kind of shit for him about, it ain't even his motherfucking child. You see the shit I'm saying? You see the shit I'm saying? The child that she was all talking, she would talk about him on social media. Oh, he don't take care of his kids and this and that. Da, 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 da. How about it? It just came out that the child ain't even his motherfucking kid. You see what I'm saying? She tried to embarrass this man, ridicule this man on social media for 15, 16 years. For it to come out in 2024 that the same child that she tried to castigate him about ain't even his motherfucking child. And he didn't even know. How cold is that? How cold is that? For you to ridicule, embarrass a man about a child all these years, and it wasn't even his fucking child. And you knew that. He never knew. He never knew till this fucking year. I'm telling you, I got stories. I be seeing shit. I be like, wow. That's fucking diabolical. Like you knew you went off and fucked some dude and got pregnant from another nigga, but you gonna put the baby on another nigga and you gonna ride that man all these years knowing that ain't his fucking kid. Got who knows how many thousands of dollars from this man. We got to start calling spade a spade. Some people innocent, bro, but some people ain't, bro. This is nasty work right here, what they're doing to Jay-Z. Now, if you want to chalk it up to karma, hey, we can. I've seen them do some nasty shit to Colin Kaepernick. Know what I'm saying? If you want to if you want to count this as karma, cool. But we ain't finna just make it like, we ain't gonna just make it like this. That we gonna go case by case, and we gonna call bullshit or we gonna call facts. Feel me? Now, if somebody else come out with another claim against Jay-Z and the shit add up, the nigga guilty, or he could possibly guilty. But this one here, man, I ain't finna do that one, dog. Just like I said today, and just like I said last night, I do believe he probably done slept with some underage women, cause I got circumstantial shit that would make me believe that. But I ain't finna make the jump to this man holding a woman down, a young girl, a woman down, and wrestling her down for her innocence. That's a big leap, bro. And I know I know some people like to think that that's all the same thing. And no, it's not. No, it's not. You got murderers who will not work nobody. We know this because we know that when people who do these type of crimes go to prison, they have a rough time in there. They getting stabbed up, killed, all type of shit. I know people like to think that criminals is all the same. No, they not. It's certain shit that certain people do that certain criminals ain't gonna be with. They gonna want to kill you for it, but they criminals themselves. A fucking serial killer some serial killers probably will kill you if they catch you in jail if you and that bitch for assaulting a child. This is what I'm telling you what's real. I think people on the outside looking in who probably don't have a lot of um, nuance or experience with this type of with these type of individuals. I think they just think that, oh yeah, they all the same. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, the fuck it ain't. People don't like people. Most people do not fuck with or like people who assault children or women. Period. If you've been on my channel for long enough, you'll remember that I done said this plenty of times. It's two motherfucking things that I cannot get jiggy with, and I won't fuck with you by it. That's if you assaulted a fucking kid, and that's if you took something from a woman. I ain't say murder. You see what I'm saying? Because I know it could be situations where some people, unalive other people. Maybe I understand. I got it. Just depending on what the scenario is. But fucking taking innocent from a child, I ain't fucking with you, gang. No, no, you dead to me. Fuck you. We see that. I cut off spoon for that. You feel me? That shit's dead. This one no act. That shit for real. You feel me? And I think people got to understand that too. I think it's a difference between taking like forcefully taking something from a woman, her innocence or whatever you want to call it. It's a difference between that and dealing with somebody underage. You feel me? Cause I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna say this, bro, and I'm telling you, y'all listen. If you're a woman, you know. You know what I mean? I'm not saying this how you is, but I'm saying if you're a woman, you know. It's some underage girls who be liking grown men. Most women like older men. I don't understand the reasoning. I don't understand why, me personally, but it's a thing. Most women like older men. Now, if the person is underage, if the girl is underage, it does fall on the adult, the man, to be like, no, baby, you wrong. No, we ain't finna be doing this. I'll give you that. He's the adult. He should say no. He should just go along with it because the young girl wants to do it with him. But I just want y'all to understand that all of these men is not just taking something from these young girls. They not. These young girls, some of these young girls is, hey, what's up? What's happening? What's happening? I'm telling you shit. Bro, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try my best to find some of my cousins or some women that I know from the hood. I'm gonna see if I can get them to come on this panel or at least do a video and explain this type of scenario. Listen, I'm telling you, listen, I have friends that we done talked about this shit within the past week. And I'm not saying their business, I'm not putting them out there. I'm gonna always keep their business, they who they are to private. But they was telling me when they was in high school, when they was dating grown niggas on purpose, hiding them from their parents and all type of shit. That was their boyfriends on game, on everything. You feel me? I'm telling you this shit, bro. I'm telling you this shit. And if you was in school, if you was in high school, you know, bro. You know. Them dudes was not all wording them girls. Them girls was going happily. Fight you over them. fight other girls over them grown men. Now it still falls on the grown men because that was wrong. But the point I'm trying to make is that they wasn't being forced to do a fuck thing. Hell no. Hell fuck no. Hell no. No. No, 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 no. So with this Jay-Z shit, I think this is the wrong hill to die on. Don't do it. Don't die on this hill right here, y'all. This not the one right here. Now I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. What I think gonna happen with Gigolo. I think this is going to open a can of worms, and people gonna dig and dig and dig and dig and dig. And I think whatever they discover after the digging, I think that more will be um detrimental to whoever, to his legacy or his freedom than this shit right here. Because I feel like he does have skeletons. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he do. You know what I'm saying? It's too many situations where you done been close to dealing with underage women. This is a pattern. You know what I'm saying? So I think if they dig on that front, then they got something. But this him, but but this him, no. Mm-mm. But I want to also show y'all this though. This shit is it's really deep if you really pay attention to it, because all it takes is for somebody to say something, and that starts the whole process of people digging into people's past and finding those skeletons that they don't want exposed. That's what's going on here, really. You feel what I'm saying? That's really what's going on here. Look how long they done been uh uh seasoning this motherfucking narrative. They've been saying, oh yeah, Jay-Z next, Jay-Z next, Jay-Z next, Jaguar right, everybody. Right? So what happened is it just made people look his way. And now there you go. You can dig and dig and dig and you can find something. I think what's gonna happen here, I think that they jumped the gun. I think they jumped the gun. I don't think they dug deep enough to get really what they need in order to slay the dragon or kill the giant. I think that's what's happening here. And I think in the future it's gonna be some substantiated claims that come out, and I think that's gonna be the end of him. Because I don't think that this goes away. Janelle said, I like older boys, not men. I always dated someone 1 or 2 years older than me, but that was when I was in high school. That's what I'm saying. I told y'all, listen, bro. I never had sex with a girl my age when I was a kid. Like when I was I was a virgin like 16. But I never had sex with a girl my age, bro. Never. They didn't like us. They had the niggas that they was going with was already out of school and everything. I never had sex with a high school girl. Never. Period. Never. Never. I didn't have sex. I had already got out of school. I'm talking about dropped out. You feel me? And the first guy I had sex with, she wasn't no motherfucking high schooler. You know what she was? A grown ass woman. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? But the ones that was our age, they ain't fuck with us. We ain't had no money for them. We ain't had no cars and no shit like that. Listen, I don't know what's going on nowadays, but I would bet you it's probably even worse. I'm telling you, it's probably even worse. I bet you if you go to them high schools or them high school football games and you just sit and you just watch and you see what happens after school. I bet you them girls still sliding and going and getting with them grown dudes again. They know what they doing. Bro, them girls, listen, they was not, you know why they wasn't dealing with us? Because we ain't got no money. Them girls wanted to have their hair done, all this type of shit. They want to dress in the nice clothes and all this type of shit. And they understood that us broke ass teenagers could not facilitate that for them. I mean, there was some dudes that was in school that had a couple dollars, but very few. The ones that had a couple dollars in a car and shit like that, they got the girls that was, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, the high school girls was going with guys who was out of high school already, who was grown, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Yeah, for sure. For sure. You know what I'm saying? Y'all must ain't heard the story of Miss Pat. Miss Pat, the comedian lady, she got 2 kids from a grown man when she was in I forgot. I don't know if it's high school, middle school, whatever. but she got 2 children from a grown man. Her baby, one of her baby daddies was grown, like 20 years older than her. Miss Pat, the comedian lady out of Atlanta. Yeah, she got the Vlad interview. Check her out. I'm telling you this shit. Listen, bro, I don't know. Man, listen. I done seen a lot of shit. Know what I'm saying? I done seen a lot. I done seen young girls that been got assaulted though. For sure. Hell yeah. For sure, I done seen them get assaulted. I done seen much more of them that something done happened to that by a family member and nobody ever said nothing. They cover it up. I done seen that happen too. That shit wrong than a motherfucker. Know what I'm saying? But we ain't talking about them. We ain't talking about them scenarios. I just want to make it, I just want to the reason why I say that is because I want to make sure that people understand that I'm not just trying to vilify uh women, and I'm not trying to make it like nothing don't happen to women. It do. But I just don't think that this case right here is one of them. And that's just because of what I read. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you saw the interview, T? That's what I'm saying. For real. Like that shit was shocking. She like, I got 2 kids from the same man. Like, what? But just think about that for a second. This Pat got 2 kids from a grown man and she was a fucking child. A child. How does that happen? She got a mama and all. So you mean to tell me you let your daughter be assaulted by a grown man twice, have 2 children? Well, I ain't gonna say twice, because it probably happened more than, for them to have kids, probably happened a bunch of times. But I'm saying she didn't have not one baby from this grown ass man. And the man was married. The man was married too. You ain't had just one baby from this grown man, you had 2. Where your mama was. That's insane. But it happens. It happens. I think I just seen on what it was, World Star or something, where they just took a whole family to jail because they got a special needs daughter, and the son, it just came out that he was sleeping with his sister, and the girl got pregnant, and they did a DNA test on the baby, and the baby came out to be her brother's baby. They took the mama to jail, the daddy to jail, and the son to jail. That's fucked up, bro. Where was the daddy? I don't know. That's a good one too. I don't know about where daddy was. That was a good one though, T. I don't know. I thought about it. I don't know what Miss Pat daddy was. But yeah. So this shit do go down. You know what I'm saying? But I just want him to go about it the right way. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a question. Do y'all really believe that 100 people that Diddy assaulted 100 people out of Texas? Like, I'm just saying, I mean, like, really, like, out of 100 people, y'all really believe that out of them 100 people that and the crazy part about it, that's why I brought it up yesterday. The same attorney that's representing those 100 people is the same attorney that's going after Jay-Z. And check it out. They added Jay-Z to this lawsuit. This is the Diddy lawsuit here, y'all. This ain't a separate lawsuit that Jay-Z got. No, they added him to the Diddy lawsuit. That don't seem fishy to y'all? If it was a different lawyer, I would say, okay, whatever. If the story was a little bit better, I'd say, okay, whatever. The same lawyer Mr. whatever name, whatever Burgess or whatever name is, Brucey, whatever the fuck his name is, the same lawyer that's representing 100 people out of Texas alone, that's saying that Diddy assaulted them, is the same attorney that just added Jay-Z to the Diddy's lawsuit, and now he's saying that they did this, and they're using this story right here to tie Jay-Z into this motherfucking case. Man, y'all better wake up, bro. This shit stink. This shit sound like bullshit like a motherfucker. He ain't even listen. The fact that he got 100 people that he represented out of tech. Now, if you had 100 people across the nation, all right, maybe. You got 100 people out of Texas alone, and you finna walk your happy ass in the courtroom with a straight face and say that Diddy assaulted all of them. Get the fuck out of here. Bro, they say they had a hotline, y'all. A phone number. You call the phone number. Shout out to Just Say No to Scope. Y'all done subscribe to Scope channel. Go subscribe to Scope's channel. Scope called the hotline on his fucking live. There are people asking, you got the pictures of you and Diddy? He said, nah. They said, what? They were asking that, listen, they wanted him to bring picture. If he got a picture with him and Diddy or something like that, if he would have had a picture with him and P. Diddy, they would have added Scope to the 120 victim list, and Scope would have been involved with the Diddy motherfucking lawsuit. He went on live and did it. Bro, man, shit. People be wilding out here, yo. Busby, yeah. Busby. Springfield say, I wonder how they're keeping everyone focused on Diddy when there's a lot of reports of UAPs in the sky. Oh, yeah. As we said yesterday in New Jersey. Yeah, it's coming out, man. We got aliens around this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm just saying, like, I'm calling bullshit. So Diddy assaulted 100 motherfuckers in Texas. Man, I believe Diddy a monster. I do. You know what I mean? Like, it's the baby oil and the GHB and the slipping the shit in the drinks. We got Gene Deal been on Art of Dialogue for 100 years telling us these stories and shit like that. I believe him. I believe it. But I got to call bullshit on some of this shit now. Like they getting carried away with this shit. Like they doing this shit on purpose. Listen, bro. The reason why they do this shit, dog, let me tell you what's going on here, y'all. They wait until they get real victims, like Cassie, shit like that, right? They get real victims, right? And then they pile on. They pile on with the fake shit, right? You know why they do that? Because they know that these people are going to settle. You know why? Because it's going to cost too much money to fight each and every claim, and they'll be broke by the time when they get through paying lawyer fees. That's what's going on here, y'all. The attorneys know. The attorney is really the main culprits in this shit, really. And I understand. I get it that some of the women who filing these fake claims or whatever they guilty too. But the attorneys is the ones who directing this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why they doing this shit, because they know most people settle, whether they innocent or not, because it's gonna cost them too much money to keep fighting these motherfucking lawsuits. And like, okay, case in point. So say you get sued, right? And you ain't do it, right? But it's gonna cost you more money to fight the case than what they're asking you to settle for. So what these people do is they just settle and make these people who file these complaints on them sign NDAs, and they just go about their life. Put the fire out and move on. Even if they innocent. And the lawyers know this. It's a money grab. It's a money grab. That's what it is. It ain't a money grab for the few victims that really is involved in this case, but for the rest of the people that's piling on, it's a money grab. I wouldn't even be surprised if some of the victims, the fake victims, is related to the lawyers. I wouldn't doubt it. All they hey, look, man, I got this Diddy lawsuit coming on. Have you know what I mean? You ain't never been to a Diddy concert? You have? You been to a Diddy concert? Okay, I tell you what. I'm gonna add you to this lawsuit. I need you to bust down when we get this settlement here. Man, y'all better peep game, man. I'm telling you this shit. I'm telling you. And I'm gonna say this too. At the end of the day, I'm gonna say this. It's part of these monsters' fault too, though. Because Diddy, if your motherfucking ass went out there doing none of this shit to these people, then it wouldn't be the situation where they could be fake saying that you did shit to them either. The fake people couldn't come. The fake complaints when it came out either. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't nobody ever accused me of doing no shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like so, and plus I ain't got no motherfucking money. You feel me? But I'm just saying, like, so I do believe where there's smoke, there's fire. But what I'm saying is, I don't, I have never heard a Jay Z R word in nobody. This is the first time. This is the first time. Do that mean he ain't do it? No. But when I read that motherfucking story, I ain't going for that one. Mm-mm. No, you got to have more than just that, bro. The reason when it came to that Bill Cosby shit, when I saw Bill Cosby on Larry King Live talking about dropping Spanish Fly. If you know what Spanish Fly is, it's pretty much GHB in girls' drinks back in the days on Larry King Live. He was doing it on Larry King Live. That's when I seen that. I said, "Oh yeah, oh yeah." He was getting them that no dose. I mean, he was getting them drops. See what I'm saying? So I had enough circumstantial evidence to say that he possibly could have done this. Now, just like with this Diddy case, Janice Dixon came out and said, "Oh yeah, Bill Cosby, he got me too." And then years later, she came out and said, "No, he didn't do it." You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Come on, man. See what I'm saying? What y'all saying? Hell, I have pictures with Mason, little Kate, little C's. Think I could jump? Go ahead. You might well go and jump on the bandwagon, T. Go and get that money, baby. That's what they doing. That's what they doing. Who named the Who named that video the new little Jeff? I did it, bro. I did it. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I think that was a listen. That video that I got, that side, this the new little Jeff, bro. Listen, bro. I don't know what it is, but everybody comments on that video. I swear to God, that bitch got 300,000 views. That's my most viewed video. I just titled that shit that just out the blue. But for some reason, that title ruffles motherfuckers' feathers. They be commenting on that video. I appreciate the views and the comments. I just that video got so many comments and views and shit. I just let it ride. People talking shit. People talking shit about the guy Mo P in the video or whatever. But I don't know, man. It was beneficial for me for the channel because it's definitely my number one video. And I swear to God, I get notifications every day from people commenting on that video. The new Bloodhound Lil Jeff. I had followed Jit on Instagram, and I just saw how wild he was and the crazy shit he used to be talking about. So I just recorded his live and posted it. And I guess people like it for whatever reason. It makes people feel some kind of way, and they be commenting on that bitch. Sometimes they be talking shit. Some talking about this ain't the blue bloodhound of Jeff, and he's from St. Louis, and all. I be knowing all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I just let them talk. You know what I mean? Because it spurs a reaction to these people. You know what I mean? But I pray for the young man. I hope he be all right. But that path he going down looks crazy. Mo P, I think. What's going on here? Hold on. Yeah. But I'm gonna switch this one though, because that's what I've been talking about this Jay-Z for a little bit. I'm gonna switch it. I want to talk about something else. I want to talk about this motherfucker. What that motherfucker name? Luigi, the Luigi guy. The guy. I'm gonna put him up there in a minute. Let me see. Luigi. I want to talk about this guy. Uh, who who unalived this goddamn health insurance man, right? Luigi. Hey, when I first saw this, right, I I assumed that it was because when they told me what the guy's profession was and stuff, the guy who lost his life. Matter of fact, let me first say this. My condolences go out to the gentleman who lost his life at the hands of Mr. What's his name? Luigi Maglione. Luigi Magaloni. My condolences go out to the family. When I saw how he was unalive, I mean, he didn't even see it coming, dog. He was just walking, and then Luigi allegedly, I think they said that's Luigi. Luigi shot him in the back and unalived him right there uh, on those New York in that New York street. And my condolences go out to him because when I saw the video, I thought to myself, what a horrible way to go. Like that man didn't even know what was happening. Know what I'm saying? He walking down the street with his back turned, and bam, he don't know if he got hit by a rock. He don't know if he got stung by a bee. He don't know what's going on, and you know what I mean. He just go to feeling pain or hot shit and go to losing his extremities, and then while he doing all that, Luigi instead of shooting him, the gun jam, he get it right, walk over and just keep shooting him. So my condolences go out to him. What a horrible way to die. You know what I mean? Like he right now wherever he at, like what the fuck happened to me? Like he probably was thinking about going to see his girlfriend or his wife or going to have a drink or whatever, going to work, whatever he was thinking about, and then bam, he not here no more. You know what I mean? That's how fragile life is. You feel what I'm saying? Now, uh, when I first saw it, and they said I know seeing people talk about it was a paid hit and all of that. All right, I'll drop link T, and it was a paid hit and all of this type of stuff. And then some, but when I saw it, the first thing I thought was, um, I felt like this had something to do with the insurance company as well. Let me tell you something. I saw a movie a long time ago called Sicko, and it was by Michael Moore. If you don't know who Michael Moore is, Michael Moore do these investigative, like documentary style movies, and his movies was making them to the movies, right? And what Sicko was about, it was an expose on the health insurance companies. This was before Obamacare and all of that, right? And what was happening was people were paying insurance companies for insurance, and then when they got older and they needed medical insurance in order to pay for whatever ailments that they developed in their older age. The medical companies was denying them um, their claims with crazy reasons. I saw one lady she had ovarian cancer. She got her claim denied because she had an STD when she was like 21. Now this lady like 60, and she got ovarian cancer now, and the insurance company denied her, and she ended up passing away. Also, I saw one. I can't remember if it was a lady or a man because it was a long time since I saw the movie, but it was a person that worked for the health insurance company, and their husband or wife, I can't remember which one it was, but they developed some kind of disease ailment as well, and it was supposed to be covered under the health insurance. How about they stalled them people out till them people significant other died, and the person who worked for the insurance company was like appalled, like because they had seen these tactics before, but not didn't see these tactics applied to them. And I'm just trying to paint this picture and show you how dirty these insurance companies practices are. This is what Obamacare was supposed to correct. If you remember now, when they came out with Obamacare, at that point, insurance companies could no longer deny you for having pre-existing conditions, which means that if you had cancer, you could still go to an insurance company and get insurance. Before you could do that, because the insurance company don't want to insure you because you are already sick. That's why insurance companies they try to get young people to sign up for insurance because most young people they know that they're going to be healthy for a long time. It's going to be a long time before they have to use their insurance as far as like for really serious health ailments, and the insurance company profits all that money. And just imagine paying for insurance 30 years, and then when you need the insurance, they tell you that they don't cover whatever ails you, and then they stall you out until you die. That's what was going on here. And I said all that to say this. That is why people are sympathetic to Luigi. It's distasteful, but at the same time, it just goes to show you because it just goes to show you how many people have negatively been affected by the insurance companies not um not not helping them. What's the word I'm looking for? They denying their claims when they actually get sick. And that's why you got right now you got the internet going crazy with free Luigi t-shirts. It's a lot of people that's on this guy's side, even though they saw this guy murder a man in cold blood. It's because a lot of people done been affected negatively by these insurance companies. That's what the play is here. And it's sad to be real with you. It's sad to be real with you because Luigi lost his uh uh this man lost his life, right? But at the same time though, don't nobody care. Don't nobody care. Don't nobody care about this guy. I forgot the dude name that was unalive by Luigi. But people don't care about him. You know why? Because for them, it represents the insurance company that's done that has abandoned them. Can you imagine the amount of money that these people done paid in insurance over 2 decades, 3 decades? And then when you get in your twilight years and you need assistance, they deny your claim. That's fucking nasty work. What's up, D? What,
Hey, hey, good morning. How you doing?
what up? Where you at, girl? You sound like you got a lot going on out there. Where you at?
How you been? I'm here. How you
I've been
been?
good. I'm good. How
Good,
you
good,
been?
good. I've been good. Can't complain. Enjoyed my Thanksgiving very, very much with my family. Still
That's
recovering,
what's up.
actually. Hell, like I said, I ain't been that drunk since I was in my damn 20s. But
I got what? You were
we had a
drinking?
ball. Oh, man. The whole time I was in Memphis. Basically got off the plane with a drink and got on one with a drink. Shit.
I got a question. Do you have experiences with dealing with the insurance companies?
Hell yeah. United Healthcare in particular. Um,
Okay.
okay, so let me go ahead and set up what is going on with me.
Hmm.
Anybody who's seen a picture of me from the neck down knows I have a big chest, okay? I'm heavily endowed, but we all know I have very bad back problems too, right? So for the last 8 years, my doctors have been recommending that I have a breast reduction in order to relieve some of the pressure off of my upper back, which is where I'm starting to have more problems in my back.
Yeah, my sister same way.
I have done everything that this damn insurance company has told me to do, from
Hmm.
having steroid treatments in my back where they, inject your vertebrae with the steroids to help the back pain, to seeing a chiropractor, to seeing a damn psychologist. I've had to do physical therapy. I've had to consult with 3 different plastic surgeons to get their opinions on it and whether the damn breast augmentation or reduction would actually be helpful. I mean, it's been a never ending fucking circle of things
Hmm.
that I've needed to do, and they have still denied my damn breast reduction 5 times. 5 times.
Damn.
So yeah, these damn insurance company, in particular United Healthcare, because they have a higher denial rate of claims and procedures and medication than any other damn insurance company in America. They deny 1/3 of their
Wow.
claims right now. 1/3. So if they're denying me for a breast reduction, which no, it's not medically necessary as far as life saving, but it can damn sure improve my quality of life. That's
Hmm.
for sure. It could damn sure help with my pain. Possibly help me get off some of this damn pain medication that I'm taking because the pain isn't as bad. because
How
I
are
don't
they?
have
How are they
go
able? Not to cut you off, but how are they able to keep denying your claim even though you've been doing everything that they asked you to do?
because that's just what healthcare companies do. You
Mm,
know, you're never dealing with the same person when you have an open case when they're doing the denials anyway. So you're dealing with I don't know how many different damn customer service people, doctors who, you know, review the claim once you submit it for approval or denial. And most of them only go off of what a nurse who has gone over the file has recommended anyway. So they literally copying and pasting what the nurse said as far as denials. It was on the news the other day that the doctor literally said that he works for UNC. He's like, well, I typically just go off the recommendation of whatever the nurse practitioner says. Well, damn, that's not what they paying you to do though.
right.
You know, and saying he's denied like 10,000 damn claims himself. Like, really?
Wow.
You know, you don't know how bad you fucking up somebody's quality of life, let alone their lifespan if you're denying them cancer treatment medication or
Mm-hmm.
treating their diabetes or, you know, anything that's major like that. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, what I'm dealing with is, you know, it's lower on the totem pole, but it can damn sure improve my quality of life
Mm-hmm.
and give me some of my mobility back. Because at
Right.
this point, with the scoliosis and my breast pulling me forward, I'm gonna have a hunchback by the time I turn 50 if they don't
Right.
help with getting this shit taken care of.
Right. So what they label it
And
as? They label it as cosmetic and nothing that you need to have.
hmm hmm
Mm,
when even the cosmetic surgery say no, what her situation is, it's not cosmetic. It is actually for her quality of life. It's medically necessary. It's not cosmetic with her. You know,
mm-hmm.
there's different reasons why you would need to have a breast reduction. Some are cosmetic, some are for medical reasons. Mine is for a medical reason.
Yeah, my sister's the same way. My baby sister, the women in my family the same way. Big breasts. And my sister got it bad. I'm talking about I don't know what size them things is, but them things like I'm talking about you can feed a village off one of them bitches. But
Man, I don't
but
normally put this shit out there, but I am a 40 J cup. You know
I
how
don't
far
know.
along you got to go to get a fucking J?
Mm-mm, I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? But
That okay, okay. Well, you know A B C D E. You know
yeah,
that's the
yeah,
the cup
alphabet.
sizes, right? All right.
Yeah,
So I go all the way up to a J. I can't even
right.
find a bra in the store. I have to special order my shit. That's how
That's
big these bitches are.
that's probably like my sister. Like that's the first thing. Like when you see it, it's like wow. Like and she told me the same thing. She said that she has to have a breast reduction because it's her back. Like the doctor told her her back is like, you know what I'm saying. It's gonna start hurting and stuff like that. So she's saying same way.
Yeah, you know, like I said, I already have back problems. I've already had 5 back surgeries. If this shit keeps on going like it's going now, I'm gonna have to have another one just to have in my upper back another level of fusion put in to keep my damn vertebrae from basically snapping because this shit is pulling me forward like a bitch. It's
Yeah, my
crazy.
daughter. Yeah, and that's the thing. Even with my daughter, so my daughter had scoliosis. She had major back surgery, 2021, 2021, and I hope that her breasts ain't that big now, but I hope they don't get. I hope they don't get big because most of the women on my daddy's side they do have big breasts. My sisters, all my sisters and everything like that. Like and my aunties, like I'm talking about real big. Like, I'm talking about like real big. And
Mm-hmm.
I hope my daughter don't get like that because she already done had major back surgery and it's gonna definitely affect her bad. She done had the fusion, spinal fusion, all that. She actually got a cadaver bone in her back
Mm-hmm.
because she had a hunchback. So it straightened out her spine and added like a half an inch to her height or whatever. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, she done went through the whole thing. Hmm.
Yeah, so you know, I personally have experience with what it's like dealing with these damn healthcare companies. Actually, I wouldn't be disabled if the fucking insurance would have approved for me to have the damn antibiotic that I needed, but because it was so expensive, they denied my damn antibiotic, which would have
Wow.
stopped the infection from going any further in my back, and I wouldn't have been disabled in the first place. So I understand when people are very unsympathetic in this process. I don't give a fuck either. Let me be honest about it. God forgive
So
me
you
and help my soul, but I don't give a fuck that
like
you
I ain't gonna lie
died.
to I ain't gonna lie to you. I was talking to one of my friends today, And I was thinking about the same thing. I was like, and I ain't even been negatively affected by insurance at this point. But I'm saying like I watched that Michael Moore documentary Sicko, and I was like I was just blown away with how they was cold hearted, just letting people die because they didn't want to approve their claims because it was really all about money. That's all it really was. Y'all want these people to pay into these insurance policies all these years, and then when they actually do need the assistance with being able to pay for whatever ailments that they get when they get later in their years, then you denying these people. So when I saw this guy die, I swear I talked about this today with one of my friends, and I said it's fun. I feel bad, but I don't feel bad for this guy, and I don't even know this fucking guy. I do not. I do not feel bad that that insurance guy died, and that's a shame because he was a human being. Like I should feel bad, but I don't. I don't give a fuck that that motherfucker
N-
got shot in cold blood.
Nope. Nope. I feel for his family because they're going
Yeah,
to have to live life without them, although I don't give a fuck about if somebody else did. So I feel for those who actually loved him and knew him as a person. But as far as being the CEO of my healthcare company that has denied me all of this shit that has fucked my life over, literally, fuck him.
right,
Fuck him. Because
right.
they have had so much more profit under him as a CEO because their denial rate went up. It just skyrocketed from like
Wow.
10% to 22% under his fucking watch.
Uh
So
huh.
fuck him.
Fuck him.
Fuck,
Fuck it.
fuck him and everything he stood for. I bet,
Mhm.
you know what I did though, Marita? I
Yeah.
called my damn doctor. I said, resubmit my paperwork for my breast reduction. Let's see if they deny that shit now.
Hmm.
Because I bet you they can ready to change their whole fucking tune. Because now all of this shit is coming to the light.
Right. I don't think
And the
I still don't think Luigi death gonna change shit.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. And don't get me wrong, I'm not champion,
I mean not
for
Luigi,
the
the other guy,
the
whatever.
CEO, yeah.
Yeah, the
And I'm
CEO.
not,
Salute, salute.
you
Salute,
know,
salute.
Yeah.
I'm
Hey,
not championing, Luigi getting out of jail free Luigi. I'm not on that train either. I'm very neutral in the situation. Like whatever happens, happens, but I just don't give a fuck about the man's death. And like I said, God forgive me. And I'm gonna have to pray for forgiveness for that because as a Christian, I ain't supposed to be that way. But this humanly body just
Fuck that. Eye for
don't
eye.
give a
Eye
fuck.
for eye, goddamn. Eye for eye, goddamn.
Basically, basically.
Hey, I got a question. So what y'all thoughts is on the Jay-Z situation? Because I've been sharing my thoughts. I ain't had the chance to let you
I
guys come
wanted
up with
to
it.
I wanted to comment on the Luigi dude first.
Go ahead, go
'Cause
ahead.
that's what I had called in for. So
Go ahead.
for the most part, we don't even know if that's really the dude who did it. And there's just other detailed information that we don't have, like how did he know he was gonna be over there, and why did he
Mm-hmm.
have all of that evidence on him when he got
Mm-hmm.
caught? Because again, we've been seeing these videos. Like speaking of Diddy, there's like videos and memes and stuff that have other people's bodies and Diddy's face on it, right? That's CGI.
Mm-hmm.
So when
CGI,
that
right?
dude first got his picture released, the whole country has just been introduced to CGI. So really, overall, most people don't even believe that that's him. That's why they saying free him because they like, first off, we done turned this into a lookalike challenge on the internet. Right now, it's currently a challenge of people who just look like that guy that's been making their own personal videos joking and kiki keying about it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just thinking there's certain details that's not even being brought out, like, why he did it and who'd he lose, what made him feel like going out there. Because guess what? Since JFK, there's been a lone shooter. Throughout time, there's never been a group of shooters that decided they were so pissed they was gonna do something. Like even when Obama was in office, you had the Batman shooting. You know what I mean? You had all those different shootings. You had the Las Vegas shooting. You had the Fort Hood shooting. You had the Pulse nightclub. We Are Paris. Every single time, it was one person, which is showing that these are the traits. So this is the same people. So the topic on the healthcare system is legitimate as ever, and definitely things need to be done about it. But at the same time, there's a certain information that didn't even come out with it, and the information that did come out, the public don't even believe it. So it's like it's hard to tackle the actual healthcare situation where everybody's caught up in the fact that we don't even believe that y'all just did what y'all said y'all did, and y'all lying in our face and making us feel like we stupid. So that's gonna divert away from talking about people's claims getting denied because people just don't believe that he really did that like that. And you had a silencer and you got caught with it. Like, come on, people on the streets. Melly didn't even get caught with the gun. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is cats right now, just all across America. Dumb street dudes got caught with it, but he didn't. But he did all that traveling. He ain't playing nothing, but he had a
So what?
note.
So what you saying is this might be one of them situations where like on the where that movie is Shooter with Mark Wahlberg, they might just set this man up to look like this and that there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say
I
this
mean,
though. I never thought about what you said, but I'm gonna say this though. When it comes to that AI shit, yeah, that we getting down the slippery slope with that shit because I be seeing videos and shit, and it be looking like that's the real person, like
that's
you know
what
what I
I'm
mean?
saying.
And I
And
be
guess
like,
what?
that shit be fake as fuck. Like they got songs, they got. I seen a video with Drake, nigga. That video it ain't even a real thing. They just got the CGI. They got the AI
You
mouth
talking about that
moving.
song "Perfect" with Alex Losander? Is it
Yeah,
Jesus? Yeah,
yeah,
that
yeah,
song is real dope. But
yeah.
yo,
That bitch
so
fine as fuck, ain't it? But it's
yeah,
fake.
yeah,
It's fake like a motherfucker.
that's one of my favorite songs. Jesus,
Yeah,
ain't
yeah.
nobody perfect. But listen, so that's what I was saying. So they doing that CGI thing. What they did was they introduced the technology to us, right? And now we are looking at it from an entertainment standpoint. But I wrote in the comment section under one of those Diddy videos that okay, everybody's laughing at the joke, but I'm saying you see how you put Diddy's face on somebody else's body. I was like, they can frame people in the future
Goddamn
for
sure can.
crimes. And then next thing you know, nobody believes this dude did that. And like I said,
Mm-hmm.
every shooter was one. Why is there only one shooter every time? Because they want to make people think that they captured the problem. Every time it's one shooter, he's either unalived or he's suicide, whatever word was supposed to be used. You see what I'm saying? But they always do that so they can what? Feel like they solved the problem because they trying to stay relevant because they still using that Hegelian situation where they're doing that problem reaction solution. They still doing that. They have a
Mm-hmm.
solution. They're creating problems so that we can say, hey, somebody do something. And then they come in as Superman because what? They're losing that grasp on people because there's a
Same.
book out about Trump being the last president. There's a guy, last name Thorwood, who wrote a book about a little boy named Barron Trump who traveled with his dog, but his mentor's name was Don. And these are actual facts. This book came out in 1893, so there's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
things transpiring right now. And I believe that the people that have been behind all of these shootings since back in the days, they're trying to hold us in a confined time. They're trying to hold us in time in a fear vibration so that we don't leave. That's what they don't want us to do. They don't
Or
want us to
or
leave.
or so they can get more control, sort of like how they did us with the 9/11 shit, when they said
Absolutely.
and then from that point on, we signed our motherfucking rights away with that freedom of what that shit was they signed, the way now they can tap your goddamn phones and all that shit.
Freedom Act. Yeah, yeah. I know what you're
Yeah,
The
that
talking
shit,
about.
freedom
yeah.
of the Freedom of Information Act.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what I'm
FOIA.
saying? Yeah,
And at the same
exactly.
time,
That
and
was
at
a
the same
trick. They
time,
tricked us with that shit.
that's why they funded the drill rap was to help keep the black people in a state of trauma. You see what I'm saying? They had something for everybody. Everybody had their own ways of keeping everybody trauma. For the white people, they'll just go right up on TV, right in the Batman. Yo, Batman's on. All right, I'm about to come in the back door, throw smoke bombs, and shoot. That's gonna affect white people because black people looking like, damn, that don't even sound like no black shit. But the whole time, we got Lil Dirt, we got King Von, we got all kind of shit happening in the streets, shit, cats that killed Dolph. That's traumatizing black people. You feel me? So it's like it's helping keep us in a low
And a low
vibration.
vibration. I got you.
That's what they
Mm-hmm.
feeding off. They feeding off that low vibration. So cats
Mm-hmm.
can't even talk about no real topics like healthcare and fixing stuff like that. Cause no, these
Mm-hmm.
niggas are trying to keep us from linking up and waking
Distracted.
up.
Distracted. Yeah. How you feel about the Jay-Z shit?
I feel like Jay-Z could be, guilty of those type things. Cause I feel like maybe sometimes when people have power and they have money, you know what I'm saying? If you was already corrupt and you get money, you just gonna do some corrupt shit with your money. Plus, if you thought this is how it's supposed to be, like this is what everybody's doing when you first got there, you probably was like, whoa, these niggas taking it. hell no, I ain't with that. Then he realized, damn, can't nobody tell. And then when they found out who they could tell was somebody they could pay off, they might have got loose at some parties. But I'm more or less thinking like Diddy did it and he just trying to pull Jay down type shit. Or
Yeah. I was thinking about this though. I thought about it too. I'm glad you said that because that had slipped my mind. What if Diddy doing this shit? What if Diddy like using this as like a way to get out of jail? What if he like throwing Jay into this whole scenario?
that's what I'm
Because
saying.
he need a bigger fish in order for him to tell on. You know what I'm
When
saying?
he first got picked up, the public was in all the comment section, all across social media saying Diddy about to start telling. But as soon as people hear something come out, they're like, shit, who you think said that? It
Mm-hmm.
ain't just no random person. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Whoever this person is, 13-year-old, when they ain't even came out, or I don't know. But I ain't necessarily all believing that about Jay. I'm more
Yeah,
or less, you know what I'm saying, that range marriage with him and Beyonce. Yeah, I believe that kind of shit.
that's what I'm saying. Right. That
But
shit
I
with
don't
Foxy
believe,
Brown. That shit with Foxy Brown. I believe that.
yeah, shit like that. You know what I mean? Because you see how Beyonce got down Beyonce's sister swung on Jay-Z when he was in there,
Mm-hmm.
man. I mean, come on, man. They know who they was
Right.
dealing with. I don't think he would have messed around like that. I think they had enough. I
Mm-hmm.
think his wife got more power than he do.
I actually don't think Diddy gonna go down by himself. I just don't see it. A man that ain't never been to jail, a man that's a billionaire or close to being a billionaire, who now he's in his late 50s. If he go to jail now, he gonna probably do the rest of his life in prison, die in a cell. No, that dude ain't going. That dude finna tell like a motherfucker. This ain't even
Mm.
going to trial, y'all. I'm telling you, I don't give a fuck what y'all say. This case is not going to trial. He is right now working out who he can tell on that the
He
authorities gonna
gotta
be
go to
cool,
trial.
huh?
He gotta go to trial. He
No, he
can't just
don't.
walk out. Yeah, he
You
do
don't got
because
no. He don't. He can sign a plea. He ain't got to go to trial.
oh yeah,
Hey man.
that's true.
Hey man. I'm gonna tell on Lucian Grains, Clive Davis, Jay Z, whoever else I'm gonna tell on, and I'm gonna take this plea for a good 10 years. Give me 5 years,
Stevie
then 5
J.
years. Stevie J. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just don't see this man dying in jail by himself unless they kill him. I can see that happening. I can see him hung up because let's be real now. He
Well,
got a lot of
Michael Franzese said that Diddy's in the same jail that
what Epstein was
dude
in.
that Epstein was in, so
Right.
it's
Go,
already conditioned.
AT, jumping out. How you feel about it?
Now this 13-year-old, I ain't buying that. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna make me believe it.
Me
That's some
either.
bullshit. But do I think that he's capable of doing something like that? Absolutely. I don't put anything past anyone.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I
it's a
would say it was
power
pre
thing.
Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so do I believe this situation? Nah, I ain't believing that. Um, the the whole story just don't sound right. Um, but what I was saying with the comment, as far as we have to stop assuming that women are lying every time they come out. It wasn't that I was saying that she was telling the truth, that this girl is telling the truth. But typically, as soon as a woman comes out with her story, the first thing we want to say is she's lying when she waits.
And can I
And
say, and can I add on? And I definitely don't want to cut you off because you've been dropping wisdom since you've been on here. But I'm gonna just tell you, would you believe that it's actually women that's doing that? It's
what?
Women.
always it baffles me every time. I done been in debates in the comment section about, hey, listen, in jail, you come in there, somebody say you took something, you getting stabbed, you're gonna have to deal with the truth later. And it was just like it's always been women denying, even with R. Kelly. Look in his comment section, they are in there denying that he did it. So it's not really dudes unless they're pushing the guys to the forefront. It be a lot of women that be really first ones to say, I don't believe that. I don't believe her. I don't believe her.
Yeah, well, whoever, men, women, dog, cat, whatever.
Yeah.
When a
It's
woman
just
comes out with
strange.
her story and she has or hasn't said anything about it in the past. She didn't press charges. She didn't go to the police or whatever. When she finally does come forward, most of the time, the first thing everybody's going to say, "Oh, she lying," because if that would have happened, she would have did that, that, that. Well, if you've never been in that situation, you don't know what you would do. So we have to start giving grace to women, especially when you're young and you're traumatized like that. Like I've never been essayed to the point of penetration, okay? But I have been essayed as far as someone trying to do that. I didn't go to the police.
Mm,
I didn't tell anybody about it until I didn't even realize that that would be considered SA until I was in my 30s. And that
mm,
happened to me as a teenager. So am I lying about it because I didn't do those things? No, it
mm,
happened. I have a witness that it happened. One of my friends walked up on it, saw it happen in church. I had the ass around. It didn't even
damn.
try to help me.
Mm,
But,
Damn.
thank God I've always been a fighter and I knew how to fight. I was able to get myself out of that situation. I beat the shit out of him with a brick, too. Thank God it was a
mm,
brick sitting right there. But had that not happened, had it went all the way, would I have gone to the police? I don't know because it didn't happen. It didn't go all the way. And I don't know how I would have felt about that because going to the police and having a R kit done and the pictures and having to explain what happened multiple times to so many different people and they think you lying too because the police don't believe you 9 times out of 10 either. That shit is traumatizing.
mm,
And that's why most women
mm.
do not go to the police.
The
For
police
every
ain't even supposed
one,
to give their opinion. They ain't supposed to do that at all. They're supposed
they're
to
not
just
supposed to,
apprehend people.
but they do.
But they
And for
do, they
every
do, they do,
yeah,
they do.
but
Because
they do.
I had this happen one time. With one of my partners allegedly supposed to have did this to a friend of the family, but it came out that he didn't do it. But the police, because the police was called, and the police said, "Ah, man, we don't believe her," and they never filed no charges, which was the right thing to do because the girl came out and said that she was lying. She just was embarrassed that she had sex with it. But go ahead.
But for every one case that does go to the police, it's 10 that don't. So that's
Mm,
my whole thing when I say, we have to stop assuming that everybody's lying as soon as they come out with their story. Some of these hoes are lying. Don't get me wrong.
Hmm.
I know someone personally who has, lied on a man, had that man in jail sitting, waiting to go to trial for 6 years. And when he got to
mm.
trial, it finally came out that she lied. You
I
know,
got a question. So what do we do? Because it seems like it sometimes it's untruths on both sides.
sometimes you just have to wait. Don't form an
Mm,
opinion, just wait. Don't say nothing, just wait and see what comes of it. Like in the situation with my friend, I didn't say I believed her. I didn't say I believed him. I was very neutral in the situation. Was I
yeah,
supportive of her if she wanted to talk about it or whatever? Yeah. But did I ever give her any of my opinions about it? No. I
I think
stayed
what happened.
neutral because I knew both people. So I stayed
Yeah,
very neutral in the situation. And when it came out that she was lying, that's when I got on her ass.
you know what you just made
Because
me
you don't
realize.
do that to people.
That's why I like listening to other people's opinions because you know what you just made me realize we pretty much beat a dead horse with a stick because it's in the court of public opinion. It's gonna be people that just gonna jump out there and give their opinions on what they think
Hmm.
happened one way or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm guilty of that too. But go ahead.
Yeah, and that's why I said in the court of public opinion, that's why they're doing this to Jay-Z with this 13-year-old, because you hear the word or the number 13. You think child, barely a teenager,
Hmm.
still a baby. And what are the first
Hmm.
thing you can do? Oh yeah, he did that, and it just turns you against him, period. So even if
Hmm.
he went to trial and it was proven that he didn't do this to that person, that's still gonna stick in your head.
And the
Hmm.
Just like
13 is.
the really just like the R. Kelly shit with the first trial. Yeah, he was found not guilty, but we know he did that shit. Hell, I saw the video where he did that shit to that girl. There's
For
no doubt
sure.
about it. But
For
because he
sure.
was found not guilty by a court of law, we're supposed to believe he's innocent, right? No.
Hmm.
But most
Hmm.
of us had made up in our mind without even seeing the video before it happened because we heard the word or the number 14.
And the public is so
And the
fickle.
public opinion was like, nope, 14-year-old, you did it. That's it. I don't know how the damn jurors came up with no, no, he didn't. I don't know how that happened because they saw the damn tape too in the courtroom. I don't give a damn if she denied it from here until Jesus came. That wasn't her. You could see clearly her face in that damn video.
Hmm.
So yeah, she was older on the stand, but you saw it was her. So getting back to the Jay-Z situation, when you hear that word or that number 13, hell yeah, that's gonna immediately make you form an opinion in your head. So we're trying him in the court of public opinion before it ever gets to a legal, situation. And they're
Hmm.
doing that to you know, put smut, put dirt on
Mm-hmm.
his name. You know,
Mm-hmm.
this is just the beginning. Watch. It's getting ready to be 150 motherfuckers come out the woodwork in the next month. Mark my words. Talking about Jay-Z did this, that, and the other. Watch and
I,
see.
I
So let
believe
me
that.
ask you a
I
question.
believe that.
Is it possible that they need to take down some of these black millionaires and billionaires to free up some of that currency in order for them to add a little more balance to the American economy? Do they feel like, do you think they might think that there's some money just sitting somewhere that they really feel like need to be in circulation? You think they got something like that going on?
Now that's delving deeper into the world of conspiracy, and I don't go in that. I'm more of a black and white person, so I don't have an opinion on that at all. Not me. What you think, Marita?
Uh, I'm trying to figure out because I do realize that they got like what's the name where they know where the money at now, like they know that little strip in the what's the name, they can tell where the money at, who got the money and where it's at. But um I don't know because they just they don't even print money no more. They just type it in the goddamn computer and it's magically appear. Like the American dollar is not even worth what it the price of the paper that bitch on now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't know how much would they need to free up some money to the for the economy because they making fake money. They making fake money. It's all fake
Yeah, it's
money
a
anyway.
fiat currency.
Yeah,
That's why they going
yeah.
digital.
They just gave all this goddamn money out for the what they call it the pandemic and all that. They printing this shit. They sending money to Ukraine. That's why they ain't. That's why they ain't motherfucking what they call it auditing Fort Knox because it is not enough gold in Fort Knox to balance out the amount of American currency that is out there. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Mm.
Well, they're as far as the gold standard when it comes to having the amount of gold versus the amount of actual cash. We haven't had that in
In
decades. Shit.
decades for sure. For sure we have it. For
You
sure.
know, and the value of the American dollar is just going to go down more and more,
Hmm.
especially under this presidency that's getting ready to come up. We are fucked.
Mm.
But
We
it
ain't got
is what it is.
we ain't got but 4 years. We'll survive.
And oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I survived the first 4 years. I'll survive these 4 years coming up. That's not. I don't even really see it as far as in my day to day life how it's really going to affect me besides inflation.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Hold on, but I'm gonna say this too. Now, hold on. Now, hold on. I'm not pro Trump, but I'm gonna say this. The stock market went up like a motherfucker since Trump. They found out that Trump finna be elected, right? So
Hmm.
Y-
if you got stocks, you making money now. You made
yeah,
money.
I was about to say, but that only benefits people who are actually playing in the stock market. Shit, I'm not, so it don't fucking bother me. That's why I say it doesn't affect me in my day to day life. It doesn't. I don't have kids, so
Yeah.
the education system and what you call it, dismantling the Department of Education does not directly affect me. I'm not a teacher. I don't have kids in the damn school system. Don't affect me. What will
Right.
affect me probably would be if you fuck with food stamps and the insurance. That's about it.
Right. Damn.
They're
Now,
already doing that.
I'm gonna need you to buy
They're
a little bit
messing
of
with them
stock too.
stamps.
I'm gonna need you to get a little stock, baby. I might gotta help you do it, goddamn it. All you gotta do is they got you can get it on Cash App now. You can buy a little Bitcoin or whatever on Cash. They make it real
Hmm.
easy for you. I
You
got
know,
my
I
I
I,
got
I
Robinhood
used
account.
I used to have it, but because of my
Hmm.
disability, that they
Yeah.
basically made me
Hmm.
sell it
Right.
because you can only have so much assets
Hmm.
and
I
keep your disability.
disability. Right.
So
Mhm.
yeah, that's why I don't have stock anymore. I used to, but
Yeah.
put it this way, I don't have stock in my name.
Right.
How about that?
Right. Right. Right.
I sold mine
Yeah.
because it wasn't generating fast enough. Like I wasn't even thinking about it. I had bought some stocks when I had got in a car accident. I had got some cash, so I was like, boom! I got all this bread on this cash app, and I see this stock right here. So I
Hmm.
just looked up what was some reliable stocks, and I just bought it and just left it alone. Man, that shit was moving like $1, $2 at a time. Like I
Hmm.
just couldn't even see that shit turning into no real bread. Like
Right.
it's about having some kind of stock information, an insider, like you had that Wolf of Wall Street type shit. You need somebody
Hmm.
Hmm.
who's in on it like that can help you say, hey, listen, give me this much bread. and we gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be like gambling. It's gonna be like when you go to Vegas, and you know what I'm saying. Sometimes you win $10,000, and sometimes you
Well,
lose
well,
30.
I taught myself in 2021. When the pandemic hit, how to trade. I was, we was locked in, so I just was fucking around with on Robinhood and shit like that, and I taught myself. But I'm gonna tell you the thing about stock. You never really, you don't lose like that. Like they say you lose, no, not really. You only really lose when you if you sell your stock. Like if like stock goes up, stock goes down. If you hold that motherfucker and you invest in things that probably gonna be around for a while, and try to invest in stuff that that gonna be we're gonna need in the future. Like, let me tell you what's big right now. Anything that got to do with the EV, the electric cars and shit like that. So all you got to do is like, they got companies that make the batteries for the Teslas and the electronic cars, and a lot of people investing in them because that we going green. The country is going green. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Stuff like that. That crypto is fun, but it's up and down. I actually like trading. I like doing crypto, but it's a lot of scams in crypto. So if you don't
Hmm.
know what you're doing, leave that shit alone. But the legacy stocks, they roll slow. Like, you got the Apple and you got the Microsoft and you got the shit like that. So I get it. It do roll slow though. But if you learn how to trade options, where you can borrow money, you can borrow other people's money, and you can make money off that, which is it's difficult to trade options. I ain't gonna lie to you. I know how to trade options, but it's high risk, high reward. So you can lose some money in that shit right there, but it's worth it. You like it real estate, stocks, and home ownership are the three major ways create wealth in this country. Other than that,
Yeah,
you're in trouble. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
And like I said, because of my disability, and the stupid ass rules that they have about having assets, I can't have it in my name, but that don't mean I don't have it. Put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, uh, we're doing good right now.
Right,
I'm
right.
not mad, but as far as me legally owning anything, in order to maintain my disability, and it's not even necessarily because I need the money, I need the insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if it wasn't for the insurance part of it, they can have the money that they giving me a month. Shit, it ain't doing shit anyway. That's
Mm-hmm.
just spending money,
Mm-hmm.
because hell, I had to move back home because of my disability anyway. So all my bills are taken care of. I really don't have any debt like that. So y'all can have the money, but I need the insurance. So it's more about me keeping my insurance than anything. I don't really give a damn about the check. I need the insurance. And
Hmm.
because of having any type of assets, it would mess up the insurance aspect of it for me.
It's like they taught the public how to be dependent on the insurance. They taught us to rely on it, and it's so good. And then it's like they leaving people for dead. Like that's how this going to end. In the end, if there is an end, is that everybody's going to be left face flat. Like you have to fend for yourself. You know what I mean? Because
Mm-hmm.
it's too much. They got too. I feel like they're too advanced in technology right now to be having all of these people. You know what I'm saying? Asking for stuff. You got people who's fought in the military still got to worry about getting their stuff. You know what I mean? Getting their coverage. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't know. America eats its own babies, and it's just never. It never shocks me when they doing stuff like this.
And do you know? And like it's levels to this insurance shit. Like, I when I watched the Michael Moore expose movie or whatever the fuck it was, Sicko. I realized that certain people get different insurance than we get. Like the presidents, they get different insurance. Like the people like that guy who got killed, that Luigi unalive. He
Hmm.
probably
Hmm.
had different insurance. Like it's levels to this shit. Like we don't even have access to that type of insurance. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
you get what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
shit.
Oh yeah.
So it's like they using us. Like you pay all this money in insurance, and then when you need the insurance, they deny your claim, bury you on the paperwork. And meanwhile, you still getting sicker and sicker and sicker and sicker until you die. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
So
But
again, that
one of the companies that I invested in or had my mom invested in, because everything is under her name, United Healthcare. And
Mm-hmm.
guess what? When the CEO got in there, the shit shot up because he's the one that's denying everything. So he made more profits for the company and the shareholders.
Wow. That's
Mm.
like like when I work construction, I had real good insurance. I had Blue Cross Blue Shield, and I went to the hospital for a headache, right? And I went when I went, they tried to keep me, and I was like, no, nah, I don't want to stay. I just got a headache. Just give me, just check me out, see if I got something for give me something for my head. Them motherfuckers told me, like when the lady come around and ask you before your insurance and everything, that lady told me I wanted to leave. She said, if you don't stay, your insurance company is not gonna pay for your visit here, and we're gonna bill you. Now I left anyway, and it ended up was a lie. The point I'm trying to make is they was using scare tactics to try to get me to
Yeah,
stay at the hospital because
but
I had
why?
Blue
Why
Cross
do
and Blue
they do
Shield
that?
because they wanted
Because
to
they
charge
want to
the
charge
one
you more. They
right.
want
They
to
And
want
I'm
to
run
just
charge
more
saying,
tests. They
man.
want to
right,
possibly admit you because they want to
right,
charge you more.
right. They want to
I've
charge
had
my
this experience when it comes to medication in the hospital. If you've ever been in the hospital, admit it, and you get out, ask for an itemized bill so you can see what they charge you for every single thing that they use while you were
hmm
there. Because trust me, they charge you for every single thing that you get
hmm
when you're in the hospital. When you think them little plastic cups that they give you for your water and stuff is free, nope, you're paying for them too. When I
Wow, I
got
never knew
my
that.
itemized bill and saw how much the medication was on one of my visits, for just a single Tylenol, not even the Tylenol extra strength, the regular Tylenol, 325 milligrams was $25 when I had a fever.
Now let me ask you: is it commission based? Like when the employees at the hospital are talking
No,
people into doing stuff, are they getting any of the money?
no,
No,
never.
but no, but
But
I'm gonna tell
why
you
do
what
they?
is. I'm gonna tell you what is commission based. That chemotherapy is. Chemo is.
Mm,
They
mm.
get yeah, for every chemo session, the doctor get paid for that. That's why they recommend chemotherapy when it's ulterior. It's other things that they could use, medical, other treatments that they can give you to possibly help you. But the chemo is the one. It's commission based. They incentivize to chemo. You know what I mean? Yeah,
hmm But when
for
I
sure.
saw how much they charged me for my medication alone in that damn visit, just my medication was over $20,000 once I added it up.
Damn! I was about to ask you how much it
Because
was.
I was in the hospital for 2 weeks that visit.
Twenty
2 weeks,
thousand though.
14 days worth of medication was over $20,000. When I tell you I take my medication with me to the hospital from now on, y'all ain't getting me like
Damn.
that.
I'm
And
gonna
you
tell you
know
another
what?
thing that.
I actually had
Go ahead.
somebody from the insurance company call me and ask me why was I taking my own medication in the hospital. I said because it's cheaper. Why would I use the hospital medication when I have the same shit? Y'all ain't giving me nothing different as far as my daily medications. Now the antibiotics and stuff, of course, I need that from y'all because I don't have that at home. But my daily medication, my blood pressure medicine, my vitamins and shit, why would I have y'all give me that when you're charging me 20, 30, 40, 50, sometimes $150 per pill, per dose? And I have to
I'm gonna
take
tell
this
you.
medicine 3 times a day. Y'all got me fucked up.
I'm gonna tell you another thing that's going on too. Up under everybody knows too. I used to work for Florida Hospital. And they have changed from Florida Hospital to Advent Health, and Advent Health is short for at the 7 Day Adventist. It's a religious organization or whatever. And once they change the hospitals to that, they don't pay no taxes. Nothing. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's a
Mm,
religious organization. You see what I'm
yeah,
saying? It's church and state. You see what I'm saying? They don't pay no taxes. So what?
Oh,
So
yeah.
now, they running on profit alone. You feel what I'm saying?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's just like
Mhm.
St. Luke's Medical down here,
You see what I'm
Methodist
saying?
Medical.
Method.
All of those hospitals are, related to the church. So yeah, absolutely, they
Mm-hmm.
get their tax write off. No,
Tax
no
right
taxes.
out. No taxes. That's what I'm saying.
Because you're
Uh-huh.
considered I forgot what is it, 301A or something. I forgot the tax code for it, but you're considered,
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
think it's
a church.
301C or something like that.
1C. Yeah.
Yeah,
If you ever
that's
pay
it.
attention, and hospitals get donations too now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Plus,
Absolutely.
they had that hazard pay when COVID's around.
Mm-hmm.
They was literally finding out that people just had chest colds or whatever it was. Hey, listen, yeah, you got COVID, man. We gonna go ahead and admit you. It was like people sitting in there. It was like, wait a minute. I ain't have nothing when I got here. I just came to get the
Right.
test. Yeah, well, we getting this hazard pay. We getting this overtime. Your ass got COVID. That's it.
Mm-hmm. But I'm back to the
Yeah.
question you just made. If it's not incentive based. I want to do why do they do that though?
Yeah.
You know
Why
what I
do they
mean?
feel
They
the
Just
got
initiative? Why do they take the initiative to try to coerce people into running up high tabs if they ain't getting none of the money? Like, how is your heart?
yeah.
How is that
well,
on
you
your
know,
heart when you sitting at the desk? You could be
all
just
of that
chilling
shit
in your
is
scrubs.
connected. How I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
but all of it is
Mm-hmm.
connected. And no, it might not be incentive based. No, they might not get any direct profit, going in your pocket for it, but it's
Mm-hmm.
benefiting the company. And if it benefits the company, it benefits you. So
Mm-hmm.
it's all a big ass, I'm not gonna say it's a scam, but it damn sure is close to being
Mm-hmm.
one.
It's definitely
Yeah,
a
cause
scam.
that lady was nasty as hell to me. I was like, man, I don't want to stay here. She's like, well, you gotta stay. What you mean? I gotta stay? I don't gotta stay if I don't want to stay. If you don't stay, we're gonna charge you. We're not your insurance company is not gonna pay for that. No, that's not what happened. They wanted to give me what they called $1 million workup. That's the CAT scan, the EKG, and the other one. It's three of them. You know, you go on that little donut thing where they scan your brain, and then they do
Hmm.
they call that the $1 million workup. They want to charge. They seen that Blue Cross and Blue Shield. The motherfuckers' eyes got big. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Hmm.
telling you,
Hmm. And it
it
depends on
does.
which type of insurance you have and so which type of
It
treatment you'll get.
it do. I'm telling you, you fuck around. I done been in the hospital with no insurance, and I've been in hospital insurance. It's a difference. You trust me? It's a motherfucking difference. You
Oh,
get treated
trust me, I know
way.
too. I know too,
Telling
because
you.
at one point in time I didn't have insurance. And the treatment that
Mhm.
I got, baby, it was the band-aid treatment. Whatever they could do to get your ass up out of there as quick as
They
possible is
push you.
what they
They push
did.
you. Try to push you right up out the door, won't you?
Yep.
Yeah,
Telling
And
you.
I went to the hospital in Orlando one time, and I had to go to I forgot the name of the hospital. Um, I had a brown recluse bite. You know, they got them joints real rampant down there. I got bit by a spider. I
Hmm.
went there, told them I had a spider bite. They had me fill out the paperwork, and then
Hmm.
they sent me something like they wrote me something on a piece of paper and basically let me know they couldn't even serve me. And I still got a bill for like a high ass tab, like 1,200 or something. I had to go all the way to Apopka. I think there was a hospital in Apopka. I went there and they just did it for free, right on the spot.
and
Yeah.
see, they're not supposed to do that. But if you were stable, then yeah, because when you don't have insurance, their only obligation is to make sure you're stable and get your ass right out the door.
I could have
Um.
Because
died. I could have died
yeah,
from the brown recluse.
but obviously you were stable enough that they weren't worried about you dying. If you would have
I seen a
came in
doc.
and you would have had a fever, you would have had an abscess from the spider bite that needed to be drained and cleaned out and needed antibiotics and shit, that would have been different.
I
But
did.
obvious, you had a fever.
Shit, they didn't even take my joint, but my arm was hot. That's why I went down there. So I had to have a fever. If my
That
arm
brown
was
recluse.
hot because
Well,
That been.
it was fat.
having
My arm was
having
fat like Popeye, and I'm slim.
having having heat come from that area doesn't mean necessarily you have a fever. That's because that area is infected. It's always going to be more hot because you have more blood flow going there
Infection.
with
Yes,
True,
infection.
true.
the
Yeah.
blood trying, your white blood cells trying to attack that infection. So it's always going to be more
Infection. Right.
warm right there, but you don't
Hmm.
necessarily have a fever.
Yeah, but they
Like the
didn't
old
check.
folks used to say, you have a fever in your whatever body part it is because of that infection.
I seen a
But they didn't
video.
even check your temperature. That's
No,
crazy.
they didn't even check my temperature because you got to think about it. If I got a
They
spider
supposed to do
bite
that.
and my arm was
They
hot,
supposed to do that as soon as you come in.
yeah, they didn't even check my temperature. If they would have checked my temperature, I'd be like, all right, at least I know that I was all right. No, I was first off. When I first got the spider bite, it looked like a pimple, and I had popped it, and then I seen it was like a tiny volcano, and then I kept scratching it, and over the days, you know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
my arm was getting fat, and
Got
the
that brown
sister I was
recluse.
with,
Yes.
yeah, the
Mm-hmm.
sister I was with at the time, she told me, yo, that's a rising. And I was like, what's a rising? And then she was like,
It's
oh,
like
it's like
it looked the same, but it ain't. You right.
it wasn't. So that caused me to
Yeah.
stay out the hospital way longer than I was
Mm-hmm.
supposed to. By the time I went to the hospital, I definitely needed to get looked at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Did they
but
So
pack it
they
with
cut my
gauze? Did they
joint
pack it with
open.
gauze and shit?
Huh? Yeah,
And put
they
gauze and
cut it
shit in it,
open.
like for the
yeah,
drain.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
where you
And I,
went wrong was you popped it and then you start scratching it. When you scratched it, that's what caused the infection.
yep,
But I ain't gonna lie though, Horizon look just like a goddamn brown recluse bite. You won't
I
know
heard.
really. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
For sure. Hey,
But
I
see,
gotta
I'm
say
I
from
something
mean,
though. Since
Massachusetts, so when I was living down
yeah,
there, I had never even heard of the brown recluse spider or no rising. So you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. I done got a bunch of rising over my life. I don't get them no more, but I used to. I guess
what
they
was
my hereditary. I don't
what
know,
was your
but I used to get
question,
Do
them.
Merita?
risings come from a spider bite, or is it just what
No,
is it?
no. It's like your body pushing out an infection or something.
Yeah,
Oh
it's just
hell
an
no.
abscess. It's
Okay.
just the
Yeah,
old folks term for abscess. That's all.
yeah,
Oh
And
okay,
an
okay.
abscess is just a pocket of infection that it can come from a variety of things. So it just
yeah.
depends.
So what it is like okay, so like your white what is the white blood cells and the ones that fight off infections.
Hmm.
Okay, so they done surrounded the infection and they fight that motherfucker. Like say they got a circle around it and they pushing it, they fighting it, and it's pushing it up through your skin. You see what I'm saying? They're pushing it out of your
Hmm.
body. That's what's happening. But you need
Hmm.
but antibiotics help that more a lot of antibiotics help it. Hey, but I'm finna
Well,
ask
what?
y'all though. So we go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Now I'm finna say since it's open discussion, what else y'all want to talk about?
Oh, have you heard about the pastor in Detroit that's got his son sleeping out on the porch?
No, go ahead.
Okay, so it started in July, where the
Uh
neighbors
huh.
were noticing that it was two boys. One of them was 15, the other one was 13, if I'm not mistaken, 12, 13. That they noticed them sleeping on the porch.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's July, it's hot outside. That's weird, but your life's not in danger because of the weather. But it's Detroit. So this shit has been going on since July. It is now
Mm-hmm.
December. It's cold as hell up there. They got a winter advisory right now talking about another storm coming through the western part of Michigan, um, with snow, lake effect snow from Lake Michigan and all that shit. Like, it's cold as hell up in Michigan now. So
Hmm.
these kids are still sleeping out on the porch. So,
How many
neighbors
is
were
it?
concerned. It was uh, two teenage boys.
What
So
does
the
this porch
neighbors,
look like? Is it like a screened in porch or
I about to
what?
say I
no,
used to have to do
no,
that.
no, not no screened in porch. Just a regular porch you walk up on.
Why the kids outside?
But what part of Detroit do they live in? Because you saying that they was safe because it was summer. Because I was thinking if it's
No,
dangerous,
not
I heard about
necessarily
Detroit.
safe, not necessarily safe from
Mm-hmm.
their surroundings, but safe as far as you ain't gonna freeze to death because it's warm outside.
But was it a
Mm-hmm.
That's
dangerous neighborhood? Because what if there was
I don't
shootings in
know
the
because
area?
I don't know. I'm not from Detroit. I don't know what
Yeah,
side of
How
Detroit.
old?
Shit,
How old?
everything in
How old?
Detroit is dangerous. Let's just be
that's what
For
I'm
honest.
sure.
saying.
Shit, if you ain't
For sure.
downtown, you are fucked in Detroit. Let's
How
Damn,
be
old? How
clear.
old? How old? How old is the kids?
15 and 13.
Wow. So what's the
they
explanation? He
boys.
said.
So the explanation the father gave is because they were on punishment for doing. He didn't say for doing what, but they were on punishment. That was part of their punishment. It's to sleep outside.
Mm,
So
Mm,
community activists got involved. I want to say about 2 weeks ago, and
mm-hmm.
went and questioned the boy because he was out on the porch. It was late at night. He was out there, settled down for the night, covered
Mm-hmm.
under a ton of blankets because it was cold as fuck outside. When you
Mm,
saw the man talking, you saw the smoke coming out of his mouth from being cold. You
mm-hmm.
know how it is when it's cold and you're talking outside. You
mm-hmm.
see the condensation coming out of your mouth, so you
Mm-hmm.
see it on the camera. So it's cold as hell outside. And the boy is bundled up from head to toe and underneath a pile, like a huge pile of blankets. And he was too scared to ask for help. He didn't accept the food, didn't accept calling the police, anything. He was just like, no, I don't need your help. Please leave because I don't want to get in any more trouble. How you
Mm-hmm.
gonna get in trouble because somebody asked you, do you need help?
Mm-hmm.
So CPS got involved and I think it's called DFACS up there, Department of Family and Children or something like that. But
Hmm.
CPS got involved, and now the kids are staying with a family friend, so
And
they're
now he
not.
got a, and now he got a case. The
Uh-huh.
pastor do.
Uh-huh.
How old the
But
pastor?
him,
Is?
I think he was in his late 40s, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, ain't no excuse for
So,
that.
in our age group, but I ain't never been punished where I was told I had to sleep outside.
Mm-mm. I'd have ran away.
Because typically you punish your kids how you were punished, right? My mom ain't
Right.
never put me outside.
I
And
got
trust me,
told
it was
that
the
if
ability that I could have slept outside in my apartment easily. Shit, the
yeah,
patio was right outside my bedroom window. And we lived on the second story. So, hell, I damn sure would have been safe because nobody even got up there to me. You could walk right up on this porch and get to them kids.
How long them boys was
my
outside again?
mom's told me to
It's
come
from
home by
July.
10 o'clock. If I wasn't home by 10 o'clock, I wasn't getting in. One
Getting
time, I
in.
was riding my bike
Yeah.
fast as hell. I really left my people's house at like 9:50, but I thought I
Mhm.
gonna make it. And I knocked on the
Yeah.
door. My mom said, "Who is it?" I said, "Ma, it's me." She said, "What you want?" I was like, "I want to come in."
I
I
think we
had to
all been
sit right
there.
on the stairs.
I think we all been there, but oh
I
shit.
ain't. My mama ain't never kept me outside when I was late. Shit. Now once she opened the door, I got my ass beat. But I was in the house getting my ass beat. It wasn't no staying outside shit. No.
My
I had
daddy
to
used to
sleep
lock
right
the
on those steps.
my dad used to lock the door at a certain time too, and he was trying to keep me from being out. I used to like I was being grown and want to be outside and be in the streets and shit. So he had like the same thing. Like your ass ain't in the house at a certain time, that door locked. So I started, hey, I started having other places to go. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
if I don't even go. I wouldn't even go by my dad's house if I knew I wasn't gonna be in there by a certain time. I'd just go over one of my homeboys' house or shit. Sometimes we sleep in cars. I ain't gonna lie to you. We sleep in
Yep, I
sometimes my
used to
homeboy's
steal
house.
cars. I started
Mm-hmm.
stealing cars just because of that, and there was
Sleep in
quite a few
cars.
times that I actually didn't have nobody's house to spend the night over and no car to
Mm-hmm.
steal, and I had to sleep in the basement of my project building downstairs. And my mom didn't even know about that. Like one time, somebody had came downstairs to get their clothes out the laundry machine, and I was down there asleep under the stairs, and I scared them, and I had to go through that a lot of times, like a lot of
I
times.
I sleep in crack houses too. Like not
Yep, I
like
did that
not,
too.
like if I know just if I like okay so say it's a crack house
Give
and
them
I
a
know the crack
joint, give them a couple joints. You
right
can spend the night.
right right exactly.
You
Now
can
you better
borrow the
make sure you
car,
you
all that.
you you better make sure you hide your money or have it secure because them motherfucking crackers, I don't know, them bitches real good at stealing, boy. You can, you
Yep.
know what I mean?
I got my
But
pockets cut one time with some scissors. I fell
me
asleep with
too,
some
bro.
shorts
Me
on.
too. I
Lifted. I
had
guess
mine
they
cut with
lifted up my.
I had mine cut with a razor blade one time, right across the bottom, like right on on my front pocket. They had a sharp ass razor blade. They cut that bitch at the like on my thigh part right there.
Yep.
Nigga, I got all my money.
Straight
You wake,
up.
yeah. You wake up and all the crackheads looking like they don't know what's going on. I
Oh,
don't know
I
what's
went
going
off. I went off.
on.
I went off. I
I
went
ran around a
off.
bunch of times.
Okay, but the whole point is y'all might have spent 1 or 2 nights in a row outside, but not fucking months. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Well,
They have been outside since July.
right.
July. It's damn December. That's almost half a fucking year outside on the porch.
That's
I
just the
mean, the
thing.
boy he had the front porch set up like his bedroom. He had
Mhm.
clothes, shoes, snacks, his toothbrush, his glasses, like everything was out on the front porch.
See, that's the thing though, man. Like when you're raising kids, man, I understand that kids get out of line and you have to discipline them or whatever. But you got to motherfucking stop short of abusing your fucking kids now. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know
Hmm.
Because
what I'm
that's
saying?
flat out abuse. That's flat
You
out
know,
abuse. And abuse doesn't
yeah,
necessarily always have to be physical. Think of the mental that them kids going through, knowing that their family is
mhm,
inside,
And
cozy in their
that's what make
beds,
them join
and they
gangs too.
outside, cold,
mhm,
damn near freezing to death. It's damn 10 degrees outside, and you sleeping outside on the fucking porch.
mhm.
The mental anguish, the emotional shit that you go through, being separated from
That's what
your
I'm saying.
family. You
Yeah,
know,
I'm real cognizant of that nowadays because it's a lot of things that I seen that I went through or other people in my family went through that affects them as they because they're adults now. So I'm real cognizant of the way kids are treated, the way I treat kids, the way I see people treat kids. I'm very cognizant of that because it's a lot of small things that we don't as well people but parents sometimes they don't even be thinking about how this would affect a kid. Like you get what I'm saying? They be like, oh no, it's gonna be my
hmm
way or the highway or this and that there or whatever. But that creates trauma. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta remember this too. When your ass get old, them kids are gonna be the ones who you're gonna have to rely on to kind of help take care of you. So
hmm
you better be cognizant of that.
hmm
A lot of people are distant from their family members because of the way that they was treated as children.
Absolutely, it's gonna be a whole generation destined for the damn nursing home off of how they
Hmm.
treated their children. You know,
Hmm.
these millennials and Gen Z and Gen X, or Gen Z and Gen A, these are the motherfuckers they playing. They are
Hmm.
not, they not having that shit. And these parents nowadays, who they're mistreat their kids, they are destined for the damn nursing home. More
Hmm.
so than, the parents, our parents and stuff. Yeah, our parents
Hmm.
did us wrong, but the way we were raised, we thought that shit was normal. We
I
normalized
was
a lot of abuse.
I was just gonna say that we did normalize a lot of abuse. We laugh about it and all that shit, but that shit wasn't right though.
No, it wasn't.
Hmm.
It wasn't. And I'm very thankful that I didn't come from an abusive household. I didn't come from a household where I wasn't allowed to have an opinion. I
Hmm.
knew where the line was, and I would tiptoe on the line, but I never crossed that bitch too often because Mary
Oh,
didn't play that shit. But I
hmm.
was still allowed to have an opinion. It wasn't my way or the highway. It was, a discussion about certain shit. Now, certain
Hmm.
things, yeah. No, we ain't talking about that. It is what it is. And that whole do as I say, not as I do shit, that's what used to drive me crazy. Like,
Man,
if it's okay for you to do it, why it ain't okay for me to do it?
that shit don't fly nowadays with the kids nowadays.
It don't.
I done said that shit
It
a
don't.
billion times. You
It
cannot
don't.
be talking about do as I do as I say, not as I do. Them kids, especially teenagers, they looking for hypocrisy in the way that you roll. So if you
Oh, yeah.
smoking weed and you telling them not to smoke weed, shit, I ain't listen to that shit.
And that was me. That's why I was so glad. I never knew my mother, partook in smoking weed until I was
And
an
that's
adult.
good. That's good.
I
At
never
least she
knew.
was able to. At least she was able to keep that from you, so you would listen to her. That's what I.
Yeah,
That's what I suggest. That's what I suggest parents do. If you're gonna indulge or do certain kind of shit, keep that shit from your kids, so
yeah,
that you can parent them and tell them not to do certain things. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Because and it's funny. She always would say that, in particular when I was a teenager, she would send me to Chicago for the summer so that I would have supervision, right?
Damn.
Well,
Hmm.
that's where my family is from. So
Oh,
I was
okay,
going
okay.
home to visit family every summer. It wasn't like I was being punished. There ain't nobody there. No, that's where my whole family's from. So
That shit was
um,
dangerous though,
I
T.
was I was going home
That shit
to
was
see my
dangerous to the
family,
motherfucker.
They's out there running drills and
Yeah,
shit.
but
I'm
it
telling you.
was it
Mom
wasn't
was
as
still
bad back
alive.
in. Look, Bob wasn't even born when I was going
Nah,
home
I'm
for the
just I'm
damn
just
summer
messing around.
shit.
I'm
It wasn't
48.
as
I'm just
bad.
joking.
It wasn't as bad back then as it is now. So that
Uh,
factor. But the whole thing was, I thought it was so hypocritical for her to say that because the motherfuckers that I got in trouble with were the ones up there, not down here. You're talking
mhm.
about, oh yeah, I'm sending you home so you can have supervision. I'm like, it's your sister and your brothers that get me in more shit than anybody I know down here. Are you crazy?
Right,
Like,
right.
the first time I ever smoked was with my auntie and my uncles.
Shit, you
First
want to
time
go
ever.
down there to get done. You wanted to go hang out down there.
For the most part, yeah, it was the only summer I didn't want to go was the last summer I spent up there because I had a job, so I had to quit my job in order to go up there, and I was pissed about that. But any other stuff, hell yeah, because the motherfuckers, like I said, the motherfuckers I got in trouble with, the people who's supposed to be supervising me, those were the bad
Hmm.
influences. Those were the ones that were smoking weed around me since I've been a kid and influenced me to start smoking shit. But them supposed to be your
Hmm.
brothers and your sister who's supposed to be looking out. No, I had the most trifling auntie and uncles on the planet. Love them niggas dearly, but they was trifling as hell when it came to be a role model, came to be somebody to
How
look
old
up
was
to.
they?
I didn't.
How old was they? How old were
Um.
they at the time?
Okay, so they were in their when I was a teenager, they were in their late 30s, early 40s.
Oh yeah.
And my
And
youngest uncle was in his early 30s because he's only 15 years older than me. Like, I got, me and him are closer in age than me and my sister are.
mm-hmm.
And so he was more like a big brother than an uncle anyway. I never called him uncle. Like, if I was talking to you, I would say my Uncle Cornell, but talking to him, that was just Cornell. Because we
Yeah.
didn't have a uncle auntie or uncle niece relationship. That was more like my big brother, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
Since we in Chicago, I want to get y'all opinion on this FYBJ Main situation because and what I mean by that is I see FYBJ Main. You know, I saw him on I see him on Vlad, and I see he kind of defending Dirk. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of odd to me. Not saying that I like the pushing the peace thing or whatever. I do feel like it might have been a play. He might have was used, but I also see J Main kind of like out there on the island by himself now, being that Dirk is in jail, and you know he from that side 63rd or whatever, and now he out here on an island by himself. Um, because he jumped to the other side pushing peace, and now Dirk in jail, and you get what I'm saying? Like, how
So
y'all feel
this,
about that?
so well, you know, since Dirk gave him the alley oop by putting him up on a stage like that, it would just look crazy if he's still free pushing peace and he just start throwing dirt. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Throwing dirt on dirt name. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
he gotta sound like he defending him, even if he ain't just defending him. Cause really the topic, he ain't gonna let the topic go on too long. Anyways, like as soon as
Mm-hmm.
Dirt got arrested, he already knew everybody was gonna talk about. I seen him turn up on one dude. I don't remember what interview that was, but he was getting smart
Yeah.
with dude like a motherfucker. I was like, man,
um,
I don't like that J Main. Whatever he was doing
who?
that
What?
time,
What?
I did.
What was his name? The one that stuttered bad and can't ask the damn questions right. I know who you're talking about because I can't stand listening to his interviews anyway. I don't
You
like
talking about
hearing him talk.
you talking about
Not
Flacco?
no, not Witty.
Uh,
I'm talking about the interview you're talking about where he was
oh
turning up on the dude. I'm trying to think of his
yeah,
his channel
he
name. Not Witty Apparatus. Is it Cam? Nope, not Cam
not
Capone.
Cam. Corporate?
Corporate Cartel. Corporate Cartel. I had to go through them, but I got
Mm-hmm.
it. Corporate Cartel.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
That's the interview where he like
he was getting
badass.
nasty. He was getting
Yeah,
nasty. Like
I
I
don't,
ain't never
yeah,
I
he
seen
don't
that
think
acting
version of him.
badass.
I don't think I seen that. Why he was getting what he was getting testy about?
It was the same questions.
Well, for one, the question that really pissed him off was when Corporate Cartel asked him if he did coke. Because remember, Butter came out on the interview and said J Main snort coke,
Mm-hmm.
and Corporate Cartel was asking him about that situation, and he got pissed.
Uh-huh.
He got pissed, and he started acting like a bitch. Let's just be truthful for the rest of that interview.
He did. And on top of that, he allowed other people who do interviews to ask him that question and he joked about it. And he sometimes, I think it was a time or two, he actually brought it up himself just so we can go ahead and get clear the air with it in case anybody want to ask questions so he can go ahead and shrug it off. So I just feel like he was really over whooping in his words on that interview. You
He
know what I'm
was.
saying? But
He was. But you
but
know,
yeah,
I chalk it up to everybody has bad days, and we don't know what the hell was going on with him that day because he hasn't acted like that in another interview since, and he had never acted like that in an interview beforehand.
right.
So, you know, I'll give him grace this one time
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I don't
and
want to see
say
him
that
like that.
he might have, he might have been having a bad day that day. So
Well, how
that's the
y'all feel
only
about him
reason.
with him in the dirt shit though?
Um, where else is he gonna go but on Dirk's side? Because
Right.
you know he's like you said, he's pretty much out there on an island by himself.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody else really publicly pushing peace like that. Even what's his name, Tay Savage, John
Hmm.
Wick has backed up off of be publicly connected to pushing peace. If you look at it, when was the last time we seen John Wick? When he went to the O with J Main the first time. We ain't seen
Mm-hmm.
nothing else of him since, or I haven't.
Not
Has anybody else?
Mm-mm. So he
Okay,
basically he
so
told him
he's backing off of it too.
he told
Um,
J Maine like, yo, you can push peace, but just understand that you're pushing peace. Like The people that don't want to push peace with each other, they're not pushing peace. You know what I'm saying? And he
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
he kind of like subliminally told like on himself, like, look, I'm pushing peace with you, but there's some people that you mess with that I'm still gonna do something to.
Mm-hmm.
I actually thought that I'm gonna tell you something. I think Jay Maine was the wrong person to spearhead that. I don't think those dudes really respect Jay Maine anyways. You know what I mean? Because he's not known as a shooter or nothing like
Hmm.
that right there. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's kind of probably kind of was his issue with it too. You got to be somebody that them people respect out there. You know what I'm
It
saying?
needed to be Duck because they said Duck really was pushing peace first.
Right,
They said that
right. I
all
agree.
across Chicago. They said so. Yeah, Duck was really one first started
Well,
that, but
technically,
niggas
it
shot
wasn't
it
duck.
down.
It wasn't duck. It was actually yellow. If you look back
Yellow.
at
Oh yeah.
it was
Oh
back in
yeah, yeah.
2015 that yellow started that. So
When he
no, it
got
wasn't
shot
duck.
at and shit.
Yep,
Hmm.
Yeah, when
he
he
was
got
shooting a
shot at and
video.
shit. Yeah,
That's right. That's
yeah.
true.
Technically, it was Yellow that was the first person that was pushing peace, not Duck. Now, Duck might have made a
Hmm.
song about it that we knew
Yeah,
about
yeah, yeah.
first,
He talked about
but
it too.
Hmm.
it was Yellow. And as much
Hmm.
as people like to discredit Yellow and call him a goofy, this, that, and the other, I have to give him his credit for that.
Yeah. See, them people shot at us. They shot him. Then he got shot, didn't he?
Yeah, he
Did
got
he get
shot.
shot? Yeah, he got
Yeah,
shot.
he got
Yeah.
shot.
Mm.
Hmm.
I feel like I listen. I'm all for peace or whatever, whatever. But it was crazy when I saw J Mane on the stage. I was like, damn. I felt the way because you know what I mean. I'm like, damn, you was with Duck, you know, and now you over here like on stage with Dirk. And I had to kept snatch my jump back. I'm like, but this is what has to happen if y'all gonna push peace. But at the end of the day, I'm like, damn, this just look crazy for him to be out there on the stage with Dirk and all these people died. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, but when you look at everything as a whole, right? If you look at everything as a whole, it's like that ain't as bad as what these niggas is doing. These niggas literally are snitching and saying because the person is dead that it's okay. So in comparison to what he's doing, it's just like, come on, he trying to get away
yeah,
from these cats. You know what I mean? By any means
yeah,
necessary, without having to do too much song and dance. He already came out with the phrases. He got the cereal. So really, he doing it. He's faking it till he's make it. Every time somebody bring up Fruit Loops, he be like, "Come on now, don't do it like that." You know what I mean? Because he's
yeah,
trying to get endorsed. That's really what it is. He's trying to get endorsed, and he's trying to make sure that he meets the right people on his way up. You know what I mean? And keep pushing peace. That's it.
yeah.
Even
I
if it
like
Yeah,
where
ain't
he
real.
came. I like where he came from, and I like somebody got to live to tell the story. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want
Hmm.
all of. It's sad that a lot of those people, those boys died. Um, so I do like what J Maine done came from. You feel what I'm saying? And who he done
Hmm.
transformed himself into. I was just saying like, damn, it's just they died for nothing. They all died for nothing. You know what I'm saying? They all died for nothing. That's crazy. All of those boys, all those families, all of those children, they died for nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I've been saying that. I've been saying that. But
Damn.
speaking on J Mane and him pushing peace, how do you feel about him taking the kids or taking the money and giving it to the kids?
That was dope.
Yeah, I like that. I'm confused though. Shout out to Mama Duck. You know, she a friend of the channel or whatever. We got a little cordial relationship. Um, I was confused though because I saw her say that J Mane didn't do nothing for Duck Kids, but then I saw J Mane post that a list of money that he gave to all of the different people's who lost their life in Chicago, their kids, their family. You didn't see that? So I was
Yeah,
confused.
he spread
Well,
it
he
out.
did.
He
He
spread it
gave it
out, but
to
she felt
two
like,
of the kids and not the other two. You know, Duck got four kids.
hmm,
So he took care of two of them, but not the other two. So why he chose to do that, I don't know.
Hmm.
Because if you will do for one, you do for all, in my opinion, when it comes to sibling groups.
Uh
yeah,
huh.
Uh, you don't
that's
just
true.
do for two of them and then not the other two. You know,
I agree.
that's crazy. So if he
I
was going
did
to
the
do for
math.
Duck's kids, he should have done both or all four of Duck's kids at once.
He
I
spread
did the
himself
math.
too thin on that
Yeah,
agenda.
yeah. I did the math. He gave away like $12,000, something like that. $10,000, $12,000, allegedly, because that's what the list. That's what the money added up on the list was.
But
My issue
he definitely
was,
should have gave all Duck kids some bread because you got their father tattooed on your back, and you went and
Yeah.
yeah,
did that shit
you
fast.
use his name. You use his name for clout. Let's be real. We would not know about no damn FYBJ man if it had not been for FBG Duck. Let's be real. So yes,
Yeah.
you should have given the money to all four of his
And he
kids
can
at
get that
once.
covered up when he feel like he done juiced all when he feel like he juiced all he can from out of Duck, man. He can get that tattoo covered up. I've been tattooing for 17 years. He can cover the whole
I don't
back.
think he, yeah, but I don't think he would do that because Duck is literally like family. Um,
Yeah.
Duck got a baby with one of his cousins. I
Yeah.
think her name
So this is
Precious, if I'm not mistaken.
so
So
this is
you know,
so this is this is for clout.
I wouldn't say it's for clout though. I said he
Mm-hmm.
used Duck name for clout. As far as
Mm-hmm.
pushing peace
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
doing what he did for the kids, I do not believe that's for clout at all.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I really think he's genuine in that.
Mm-hmm.
When you have kids, it changes you as a
Mm-hmm.
person. And
Yeah.
the J May he was before he had his daughter, and the J May that we see now after he's become a father and had his daughter are two different men.
Right.
You know, having his daughter grew him up, and it made him realize that he didn't want his children to go through the shit that he did. So what can I do to change it and make it better? I think
Uh,
he is very genuine when it comes to pushing peace. I do not see it being for clout. I don't see it being anything that's a gimmick. That he's doing it trying to get to a different level or a different um, get in a different space, or I don't see him doing it for the money, none of that. Because truthfully, if he was doing it for the money, that was a bet he made between Rainwater, him, and Sean Cotton. He
Sean
could have
Cotton.
easily
Yeah.
kept. He could have easily kept that 10K that Cotton
Plus, he
gave him and
got
put it
that
in his
chain
pocket.
on. If he got that chain on, he got to have some bread already. That
Yeah,
joint is nice.
he's making money off of his own content. He doesn't need to take that money and do anything besides what he did was give it to the kids. And by the way, Rainwater's a bitch for not paying his part of the 10K. If you
Hmm.
wasn't gonna do it, nigga, you shouldn't have said it. Use a whole bitch
Then he said
for
he gonna
that.
spend it on Mo 3 kids, bro. Then how we
You,
gonna know you
Yeah,
did that? How
you
we
you
gonna
know.
know
know.
you
You
did
know.
that?
You know. Rainwater might hear you. Tennille. He been on the
I
channel a
hope
couple
he
times.
does. I hope
Well,
he
listen,
does.
but I
I
always had
hope
a
he
question.
does.
But this is a question: why do Rainwater be listening? Like, why he be doing that? Like, I don't been on another channel, and they was talking about Rainwater. Next thing you know, he calling in. I'm like, wait a minute, is y'all telling him?
Rainwater.
Y'all?
He done been up here a couple times. You know what I mean? He cool with me. I
Yeah,
fuck with him,
but
but
no, I know he be listening. I hope he does hear me
mhm.
because that's wrong. You don't do
Right.
the kids like that. Now, if it was a
Yeah.
bet that was between you and J May and it was to benefit him and you ain't want to pay up for it, I might be like, oh well, he got whooped. But we're talking about the kids.
I'm gonna ask him too.
When the kids
I'm,
came into play, nah, everything is off the table. I don't play when it comes to kids.
yeah, I'm with
You
you.
know,
I'm gonna ask Rain about it. I'm like, Rain, man, what happened to you, bro? What you got going on, man? You supposed to have broke bread, bro.
So if he wasn't gonna do it, you never should have said it in the first place. Because
Yeah.
actually, the bet was between Brainwater and J May. Sean
Hmm.
And
Cotton threw his shit into the ring after the bet was set and what was
and
gonna do. He said he'd match it. He kept his word.
and Jay Maine
You
put
know,
himself in danger too for that bet.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
But he knew it was gonna benefit the kids, and that's why people,
Mm,
oh, he did it for content. He did it for this. I don't give a fuck what he did it for. It benefited the kids in the end.
Real talk.
yeah.
And that's who we're trying to change the future for, right? That's who we're
Hmm.
looking out for, right? That's why we're pushing pieces for the kids, right? So if it benefits
Uh,
the kids, who gives a fuck what the original intent behind it was? That's
I
just
go.
me.
Yeah, I'm with you
That's
on
just
that.
me. I don't give a fuck why he did it, but the kids benefited from it. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I will say, I do have a problem with him doing one of the children.
Mm-hmm.
The when he said AAB hella bands, that's his stepson, right?
Mm-hmm.
To me, he could have waited and gave that money maybe to one of Duck's kids or somebody else versus giving him that money because he's benefiting because you his stepdaddy anyway. He's taken care of. Give it to somebody else kid who
Right.
really need it. You know what I mean? That's the only name on the
Mm-hmm.
list that I was like, you could have waited for that. You could have waited for that. That could have been on the second round or the third round or not even on there because you take care of that baby.
Right.
Yeah, his father isn't here,
AT.
but you take care of him. So that's the only one on the list I had a problem with. Otherwise, I applaud J Mane for what he did. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Salute to J Man. AT, I want to hit on something, then we're gonna bounce back to Chicago. This dude, that motherfucking the Julio murderer, this nigga must be the king of hide and go seek. They ain't caught this nigga yet.
Which one?
Yeah, I was thinking about that recently.
The Murphy boy.
The
The Murphy
Murphy
boy.
brother. Yeah,
Yeah. This nigga done made it
yeah.
the Halloween, Thanksgiving. He might make it to Christmas.
He might make it to New Year while you playing.
One of them
Ain't
boys
him?
from that Dolph case is missing too. Remember? One of them niggas
Which
had a
what
warrant. He said how he
show
hid and he got on a bracelet.
show live. They ain't never catch the nigga. Show
Yep.
ain't. They don't
Yeah,
know where he at.
yeah. And
They
in
don't even talk
today's
about him
day and
no more either.
age, Michelle, don't I forgot about him. But
Me
in
too.
today's day and age, to be able to make it this far, when the whole world is looking for you, like you said, you the king of hide and seek. I tip my
I don't.
hat to you,
I
bro.
don't. I ain't gonna lie. I don't understand it. I listen, bro. I listen. I'm from Florida. I'm from Florida, living in Florida. You know, I ain't like for how as high profile as this case was for a little bit. I just thought he would have been caught by now. I talked to one of my friends about this as well, and they saying that they don't believe that the police even looking for him. They feel like they're just gonna
No.
catch him when they catch him. That's what they said.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think they're looking for me. They can't be, and
Mm-mm.
him still on the run like that because there is too many ways that you could be tracked nowadays.
I'm
Um,
Yeah.
telling you.
He made a video saying that they ain't looking for him because he's on an ankle monitor.
Wow.
I
I
seen
know
the
he had
video.
popped. I know he had popped out and was like he was talking shit, and I think
Yeah.
he was on the what they call it, Spaces or whatever that shit is, and he was saying that he in Jacksonville. He was talking shit to people and shit, and I'm like, damn, like this a
mm,
bold motherfucker here.
mm. Yeah,
But
he's
I just don't see nobody talking about that, and I'm just thinking to myself like, why is this guy? You know, he's got still free. Like, you know what I mean? Like, wow.
and I'm trying to remember the date they have to decide on Melly's case as far as him getting bond and being released from jail. I
Hmm.
think they got into the 16th, if I'm not mistaken, ain't it?
I don't know. I saw that. I'm glad you brought it up because I did want to talk about that. I ain't gonna lie to you. At this point, man, get that man born, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't even tripping about it as much as I know he guilty and do, but that don't mean you have the right to mistreat him in jail. He's not even in prison. He's in
Yeah.
fucking jail.
Yeah.
I mean, he ain't. I mean,
Then
you giving born. You giving born. He ain't going nowhere. He ain't going no motherfucking
right,
well.
right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
Yeah, they
but
could give him a bond though.
just give him the option.
Right.
Just give him the option at this point. If he can come up with however many hundred thousand, possibly $1 million to get out, then cool. Let the
Oh,
man
you know
go.
what it
But at
is.
this far, what?
You know what it is. See, I know what it is. Um, Capital murder is the only crime in the United States that you're not entitled to a bond on. It's the only one. The only
True,
one. And that's what he got. I just thought about it. Capital
true.
murder.
But
It's the only
just
one.
because you're not,
You can still get one on it. It's just that you're
I
not
was just about to
entitled.
say that.
Yeah.
That's what I was just about to say. Just because you're not entitled to a bond doesn't mean that the
Mm,
possibility of you getting a bond is off the
yeah.
table. So, but they've been mistreating that man for years, and don't get me wrong, it's not like I'm, switching sides and think he innocent, not at all. But I
Hmm.
still believe in treating people humanely. And
I
for
would
him to
say
not be able
this.
to contact his parents, or not necessarily his parents, but his family for 3 years, no calls, no letters, that's ridiculous. Now, come
I
on,
feel like
that's inhumane.
they should give
It's
him
very.
those they should give him those privileges back, and at the same time, yeah, we also got to also look at his behavior during the
Uh huh.
court. Like, you know what I'm saying? You was in there clowning. You thought your money was being your lawyer was everything. You was in there laughing, kiki can, praying in hand, blowing kisses to the sky. They remember all of that. So even if
But it's
you
not like he was doing that when the jury was in there.
know
When
the
court
judge,
proceedings were going
it's
on, he was fine.
yeah,
And
but I'm saying it was on
when you're in
TV.
recess, you can do whatever the fuck you want to. It don't matter.
Yeah,
Hmm.
They was
But
in recess when he was doing all that shit. So that doesn't, to me, that doesn't impact anything when it comes to his case. Now, if
he
he was
might.
doing all that shit while somebody was up there testifying, yeah, that's gonna make an impact. Hell, they could have called for a mistrial because he over there acting stupid while somebody testifying.
I
But
think
when you
because
on
society
recess,
it's so
eh,
transparent now. It's just like it's so transparent now that you just gotta watch what you're doing when in front of
yeah,
cameras.
Because if you piss them off, then they take that shit personal. But I'm
For
gonna say
real.
this though, with the privileges though, yeah, that's very inhumane. But I'm gonna say this, I don't understand how they taking his phone privileges for this extended period of time. The only thing I can come up with is they trying to use that situation where he was uh sending
Tampering.
messages, tampering and all of
Hmm.
that shit. They trying to use
Mm-hmm.
that as a reason to take his privileges away. But listen, I don't think they're not supposed to take your privileges away for that long of extended period of time. But I could be wrong though, but I don't think they're supposed to take them bitches away permanently. I think you get a certain amount of time that you on punishment or whatever and they take those privileges away, and I think you get those back after you done behave for a certain amount of
Hmm.
time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like
But
that's crazy for this man not to be able to. Listen. I done been in lockdown. I did 60 days in lockdown. When I was in lockdown, you couldn't make no phone calls. You could get mail. That's the only thing you can get mail. And you took baths three times a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But so with certain privileges that they can take away from you, but you get them back once you get out of lockdown. And I don't even think Melly in lockdown. I think Melly like in like close management, like protective custody, sort of like, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think he in
he's in
lockdown.
PC just yeah, he's in PC just because of his celebrity
Stabbing.
status.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Not because of anything else right now. I know that they had moved him in PC at one point because of his behavior, but that's been 4, 5 years ago at this point because that man been locked up since what 2018,
18, 18. Mm-hmm.
19, because they died in 18, ain't
Somewhere in there, yeah.
it? So 19.
He went to jail
So
Valentine. He went to jail Valentine's Day, wasn't it? Valentine's Day?
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
something like
it was on the 13th because
13th day from
which
Valentine's Day. Yeah.
yeah, because Borton got locked up on my birthday on the 12th, so he went the day
2000,
after that on the 13th.
2009, 2019, February 13th. Yeah.
Okay. So they've
Are
been
they
locked up for
allowed to?
what? That's 5 years.
Are they
Come
allowed to
on
present
now.
new evidence when they come back?
And depending on what the evidence is, everything got to be approved by the judge.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they pretty much running back the same evidence that they already had though. And
hmm
you know what I'm saying?
But
And
the
some
judge has denied some of that shit coming in.
That's right.
Remember?
That's right. He's throwing out a lot of that stuff that they allowed in the last time for sure.
Damn.
When it comes to the phone records, if I'm not
Mm-hmm.
mistaken, or the tracking of his
Oh.
phone or some shit. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll see. But this case has been one of the longest cases ever. Shit.
Man.
Good God, I'm tired of Melly case. I would be glad when it comes to a resolution, one way or the other.
Right.
You know,
Mm.
preferably with him ending in prison for the rest of his life.
Hell yeah.
I ain't, I never was pushing for the death penalty. If that's what he got, that would have been
Mm-mm.
what he got. I wouldn't have been mad at it, but that's not what I want him to have. I would rather him, rot in prison for the rest of his life.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Damn.
more of a punishment than the death penalty, in my
Because
opinion.
I
But
feel like this.
whatever the case is,
The way
just
that
get the shit over
situation,
with.
the way that situation was set up, it's like this. If you trying to tell me that you wasn't in the back seat of that car, well, guess what? Since you was there, I figured you know who did it. To go have a seat. Since it's your blood oath and you can't tell, just go sit down for the homies. Then that's how I
Right.
feel.
Right.
hmm
Since it wasn't you.
Mm-hmm.
Because you went and changed clothes, and these guys got up here and said everything. Oh, he went and changed clothes. What? When you seen him, he had on shorts. I'm like, you know what? They can have him. You know what I'm saying? Because we're tired of them black devils, man. You ain't never
Mm-hmm.
did nothing to nobody white. Everybody you doing something crazy to is black. Like we important. Like you don't got enough self value. You know what I
Not only
mean?
that, bro. Not only that, just look how he did them boys, bro. Allegedly, whatever you want to say. But you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like, bro, we
Yeah.
still we still don't know what Juvie did or nothing. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
Like,
Yeah.
no, it's no motive or nothing for that. Like, come on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and not only that, you had the world in your hands. Like, you was just breaking out as a new artist. You popular, all of this type of stuff. It was happening for you. Like,
Hmm.
nah, bro. Like, you really threw it all away. You know what I mean? Like,
Hmm.
Yeah, like his picture should be next to the definition of crash out in the
mhm,
dictionary
mhm,
because
Facts.
he is the epitome of a crash out.
Facts.
You were right there. Your fingertips was on the dream. All you had to do was grasp onto it,
mhm,
and you was about to take off, and you just
mhm,
let go and threw everything away for what? Like for what? Because like you said, we still don't know what Juvie did to even make
mhm,
you want to do that to him. And we can only speculate about Sack Chaser and why you wanted to do that to him, you
Mm-hmm.
know.
I
And
just feel
although,
like
you know,
they didn't have
go
to
ahead.
die over it. Cause
No,
unless somebody else died. Because other than that, they didn't have to die. You could have just stopped messing with them altogether.
Mm-hmm.
that's
Mm-hmm.
it. That's it. Cut them off and move on about your business. But you
You the
chose
one
to
that's
crash
rich.
out.
Right.
Because
You
now
know, you
he gave credibility to the fact that they saying that Sack Chaser is actually the one that created that group. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? That they're in, and you needed to get rid of them in order for
Mm-hmm.
you to get all the royalties and keep
Mm-hmm.
on the publishing. So now you kind of gave that some kind of weight.
Mm-hmm.
You got
but
their
if they
name.
were about to sell the YNW brand, that would
See
have
what I'm
got rid of
saying?
them too. That would have got rid
Exactly.
of them right there. They
Yeah.
would have had
Exactly.
some money in their pocket. You would have been
Mm-hmm.
through with them. You ain't have to be connected to them no more because you didn't have to necessarily be YNW Melly anymore. You could have just been Melly,
Straight
Melly the
up.
Menace, you know, and everybody would have still rolled with you. Nobody was that attached to no damn YNW brand. So if you had sold it, got rid of them, and went on about your business, everything would have been okay. And I
Yep.
can't imagine how big he would have been today had he just done
He'd have been
Hey,
like Lil Uzi.
I got a question.
that.
You think that would have been a good idea to sell the YNW brand that early in the game?
No,
Nah.
because they wouldn't have
Hell no.
gotten what nowhere near what it would have been worth later on.
Mm-mm.
But
Right.
Mm-mm.
if that's what, but if that's what you're trying to, if your ultimate goal is to get rid of Stack and Juvie,
Mm-hmm.
and if that's what was necessary to do it, I would have done it
Mm.
just so I can move on. And I'm not attached to nobody else. And all the money I make is mine. I ain't got to worry about nobody else and their opinion. I ain't got to share none of this shit. You know, everything is all on me. So if I would have had to sacrifice some here for a gain later, you know, if I would have had to lose here for a gain later, I would have done
Them boys ain't never get compensated financially for nothing, bro.
that. Mm-mm,
Nothing.
Yeah, I was
mm-mm.
just thinking about that. Yeah.
They never got
Like
no money.
telepathy.
Yeah, they never got no money, dog.
No,
I was
Damn.
nothing besides what he gave him.
Right.
And
I
you
was
know,
just thinking of
he piecemeal and shit. He not giving them no real money. You know,
Mm-hmm.
how much money they said Sack and Juvie had in their pockets? I think it was maybe 150 total between the two of them.
I
mm,
thought one of them was $80. One of them had $80. Some shit like I can't remember, but it
Yeah,
wasn't that
that's what
lot.
I
It wasn't a
mean.
lot of money.
No, they didn't even have $100 a piece in their pocket when they died. So
Damn.
you know, they wasn't getting no money,
Mm-mm.
not from the music and the brand. They
Right.
wasn't getting no money like
Right.
that.
Right.
Now,
And I
whatever
think that
little
was
side hustles you was doing, okay, but y'all wasn't getting no money from that shit.
but Melly was getting some
yeah.
checks because they showed that during the trial that they was getting some money dumped into an account that was connected to
Mm-hmm.
him. That dude, I think it was Track 100K. I
Track.
think it was his
Track.
Hmm.
account.
Yeah, cause that's
You
what
know,
Sack Chase. That's what Sack Chase was. The text message with him and Melly was going back and forth, and he was talking about the money. He was talking about, you know what I mean, like damn, like you know what I mean, like they have to keep asking Melly for money, and Melly was telling them like I got to get the money for Track. Track gonna give me this and give me that or whatever. But Melly was getting money. He was getting a couple dollars, and he was just trying to keep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He wasn't giving them all his money. He was just trying to stall them out and shit like that. But they wouldn't get no money
mm,
at all because they never got signed. Melly was the only one that ever got signed. None of them got signed.
hmm, hmm.
Bortman got signed after the deaths.
After, yeah,
Mm-hmm,
but you know,
mm-hmm,
it
I
was
wonder what he's
just
up to because he got a separate trial too.
because
mm-hmm.
the trial starts when in January.
Mm-hmm.
2025.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Either
so
January or March. I can't remember.
I'm up in
I
there.
thought it was.
Mm-hmm,
I thought it was January, but it might be March. Hell, I don't know. Whenever it
mm-hmm,
is, it's been a hell a long time since the last damn Mitch trial.
mm-hmm.
Um, so you know, we'll see what's up then. I still say Borland needs to go ahead and snitch, take a deal, and go on about his business.
Hell yeah,
That
he
will
should have been did that.
never change.
He should have been did that. Woody and all these
Yeah,
niggas exist now. You might as well just join them. You
yeah.
might as well
You could
join
be
them.
doing 20v1s with Woody
Exactly.
and
I was just
Shamar.
about to say that. You gonna be doing 20v1s. You gonna be getting interviews. You gonna be on all
Every,
the new podcasts.
and don't nobody care about that that snitch no
Mm-mm.
more.
You gonna be
Nobody
on no
care.
Yeah.
jumper. They got the Crips protect you.
All we want is somebody that was close to the shit to tell us what happened. That's it. And you
That's
go
it.
in the interview, and you can lie about that. The interview people gonna just keep bringing you on. Vlad, everybody, all the dialogue, Tab
Hmm.
Capone. Shit. Don't
Yeah, he
nobody care.
definitely come out lying. See, they keep
Hmm.
talking about him lying, but my name ain't in no paperwork. Tell them to bring out the paperwork.
And the thing about
Because
it,
look at,
we know
go ahead.
Bortman ain't. We know most likely Bortman ain't killed nobody. So he gonna be looking like a damn fool if he go and do life in prison for motherfucking and didn't kill nobody. You get what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Hmm.
Hell
Hmm.
yeah.
But
Nah,
look at Woody. Everybody love. Hell, even I like Woody.
you too. He got me
I
The
too.
don't
more
See,
like that at all.
the more I listen to him, the more I like him
I don't
as a
like that
person.
at all.
oh, you don't like Woody?
Hell no, because I'm telling you like this. First off, when you get arrested, you do
Mm-hmm.
not go to the precinct and throw somebody else under the bus in order to get them off your ass. You go sit down. Two, you didn't lie because I used to
Mm-hmm.
live over there and I don't know the ins and outs of the details of their cases. What I'm telling you is he was telling the truth, and that's why he kept going down to the precinct talking to them officers because he told them a lot of shit. The whole thing was they tried to make him tell on Thug in his face, and that was too embarrassing. So you said, you know what? I'm a dummy anyways. I be crashing out anyways. I'm about to crash out right here in this courtroom. They ain't finna pull out no guns and shoot me. So now he started playing that song and dance. And what he did was he captured the public's opinion and captured the public's heart by having
Mm-hmm.
them thinking, look at him doing the song and dance for the state. Cause guess what? Cause in the streets and on the internet, they think that they criminals. They think that they in the streets. So there's people that never shot a gun, never did nothing to nobody. They feel like, yeah, I hate the state, right? Right, y'all? We hate the state. See what I'm saying? The whole time y'all talking about two black women. Hell no, I don't hate the state. My mom's a black woman. At the end of the day, she gonna do what she gotta do. And if they was cooking and they was wrong or whatever it was, Woody created that whole situation. He did what he did and got up on the stand. He did his little shaking shoulder. So no, I don't like him because you the one that cost that man millions of dollars, not just for how much he spent with that lawyer, but for all of the concerts that he wasn't free to do and for all the one walkthroughs that he could have got paid for and any kind of deals that he could have did. You prevented all of that from happening, and he's still going to be stagnant upon his rising again now because he has to worry about who's going to be calling him, making sure these niggas ain't in gangs. Like his life is going to have to be real detailed. He's still going to be getting to the music on some studio shit. But look, you put this man in a position, you took his star. If there was a star in Hollywood with his name on it, you got that taken off. So you can't be getting no love. You got to just go chill. You got to go chill. You got to go chill. You doing this, you doing the 6ix9ine. Cause see, you just did an interview with Whack 100, and you know what I'm saying. You was on there. You basically told him that you did tell. You know what I'm saying. But guess what? You're talking to Whack 100 because everybody think he's an agent provocateur, anyways. So when I look at it on the outside in, is all y'all rats is linking up with each other and pretending that y'all still in the industry. Why? Because there's a whole bunch of plants in the industry, and that's how y'all plan on taking hip hop down with some real street police niggas. That's why they all get to become stars. Cause guess what? What you gonna do to him? And he gonna shoot back at you and tell.
Right. He a
That's
dangerous,
that's
he a dangerous motherfucker. If a motherfucker put the police on you and try to kill you, that's a
come on,
dangerous
man.
motherfucker right there. But I'm gonna
Yeah.
say this. I'm gonna go and piggyback on what you said. I listen. It's crazy it may seem. I still do like Willie personality, but I'm gonna throw your alley on this one here. More so than that, Woody is the reason why this whole shit happened. The niggas, what his name, Shell Kale, which is Nuts' brother, they jumped on Woody in the club. They jumped on Woody in the club, and the reason, let me say allegedly, the reason why Nut died is because it was retaliation for Woody getting jumped on in the club. So that's even more credence to what you're saying that this whole scenario was because of Woody. Thug would
Yep.
have never been on trial or nothing.
None of that.
Nut would have never died or none of that if it wasn't for Woody
And
situation.
then Thug found out that he did that, so he stopped answering his phones. But not only that, prior to that, what did they say? He said he was in a club with Thug and his phone rang and Thug seen it was him. This nigga must this nigga must have had him logged in his contacts as
Hmm.
Detective Gaither because Thug seen it. He was like,
Hmm.
shit, go ahead and answer the phone, bud.
Hmm.
And he was like, nah, I don't want to talk to him. Oh yeah, you gonna talk to him. As a matter of fact, you gonna go down there and talk to him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't
Hmm.
fucking with you no more. And that's why he started spilling more beans because he was like, shit, they gonna have to kill me now. You know what I mean? That's why he's pretending that he's out there in the public like that. But no, he got a lot of people around him. He told, and whatever he was getting from telling, he split it with them people that's rocking around him. He did his thing back in the days. And he's collecting cash. He's still splitting it. He's spending that man. That man's a crash out. But
Like,
yeah,
like,
he
like
put Thug in the paint.
life
So no.
crazy, life crazy in a motherfucker, ain't it? How could this guy go from a snitch to being like a beloved? Like that shit crazy like a motherfucker, ain't it though?
Because the internet, it's like the Hunger Games, the movie. Everybody's like the people in the audience now. Everybody's trying to be a celebrity. Nobody wants, you know what I'm saying? And they have taken God out of society. And now what we say, they've been saying is demon time. So evil is sexy. Everything that's is upside down. It's upside down now. That's how you see
Mhm,
the rule of the devil. Everything
mhm.
that's wicked is right. That's what they want. Damn, you told? Wow. And you just out here like that? Yo, come on to eat. Yo, let me take a picture with you. You know what I'm saying? Because everything is just wicked. It's on the front line getting loved right now. This
Nigga,
man shouldn't be hated because he a black man, but at the same time, you took down somebody who was feeding mad people. This man bought his whole family houses and cars. That shit got repo. A Sappington. So it's like you put him in a bad position. And he talking about, I seen him say one day, he said, I know it's coming back on me. Yeah, you know it is. Doug
yeah.
just put in the a motion yesterday, to see if he can go to Atlanta after they just told him, nigga, you haven't even been out 3 weeks. They just told you 3 weeks ago that you
Mhm,
can't come to Atlanta. He's already filing a motion because those dudes beat their cases. The last two niggas beat their cases.
mhm.
So he about to go back over there and let them know, yeah, I'm in Atlanta.
Speaking of that, do you think that Thug should have took that plea?
Hell no.
I don't either. I don't
And
either.
he shouldn't have used the fact that he wanted to go home in order to motivate himself to get back to the streets, because at the end of the day, bro, you was gonna beat that case. You see, they was fumbling all the evidence, and guess what? I wasn't for him beating the case. He was one of them dudes. Listen, I used to live over there on Cleveland Ave. You
Mhm,
know what I'm saying? During the bloody summer, I seen what was going on, and yeah, they made it where like this is when adults first started going to work and going home. By default, niggas was liking to hang out. We was wanting to go to the club. We was going to hookah lounges. Everything started turning red. Everywhere you turned around, it was blood, blood this, blood, blood, blood that, blood, 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 blood. You know what I'm saying? And they they did some crazy shit. They linked up with the Crips, so they ain't have no ops, and they
mhm.
just turned against society strictly. Like they literally started doing snatch and grabs, snatching purses, doing little street crime, dirty. You know what I'm saying? They was some dirty bum bloods. Like they was promising them they was gonna be wealthy because they was seeing Little Wayne. You feel
Mhm,
me? And
mhm.
that's how they got turned out. And they just let them niggas come from different states and take their city over. Now them niggas is all on trial. And if they not, then they dead. And I don't see no more of that shit. So Thug, man, he was a black devil. I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? They say
Well,
the devil's an angel of light. I don't he did good things because that's a part of the balance. You know what I'm saying? I feel like them niggas be in that dark cult. That's why they got that black fingernail polish on. They with that dark occult shit,
mhm.
and they do balance. They do good and evil. But you really still you wicked, brother.
Yeah,
And you know,
I got a buddy of mine that's real close with Thug. Actually, I asked about him the other day, and I asked him had he spoken to Thugs and stuff, and he said no because he got to he can't be around certain motherfuckers or whatever. But before Thug went to prison, I mean before Thug went to jail, he used to talk to me about Thug, and he's because I asked him, I said, man, you keep hanging with this nigga because he go to Atlanta and hang with him and shit. I said, man, you keep hanging with this nigga, you wearing dresses and shit. He say, man, listen, let me tell you something. He say, "Hey, I seen him with a dress on the thing, but let me tell you something. Thug don't be he like that. You know what I'm saying? He said he like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what he told me. So I guess
okay.
I guess other than this situation, it's some other shit that been done that he done did. You get what I'm saying?
No, so that's my point. My point is just that. You done sat there and convinced the whole world that you like that, and we believed you. So
Hmm.
therefore, when you went to trial and we found out what he was telling on you and all of this shit, Niggas ain't had no real remorse until they started saying, damn, now they just dragging it. All right, free thug. Now his campaign started getting bigger. You go underneath law and crime chat, everybody in there saying free thug because that's how the internet is. They be flip flopping because they didn't lose no relatives in that getting killed. They didn't live on
Right.
Cleveland Ave over there and couldn't go in the gas station because niggas was standing in front of the door. They didn't experience none of the shit that was over there. They on the outside looking in. But the people 40 plus and over that working jobs and paying taxes that lives over there, they didn't want them niggas to beat that case.
Mm-hmm.
They did not want them niggas to beat that case. They were scared to talk about it because you ain't know who was the blood.
Right.
You didn't know who was the blood. It was literally that detail. You didn't know who was the blood. Somebody might fuck around and tell you, I know Big Jeff, and your ass might get robbed a couple of days later.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
Couldn't
So
even
I
say much.
and I'm gonna tell you another thing about that situation that a lot of people ain't paying attention to too. They letting everybody out, like the YFL Lucci guys and all of that. Like Lucci getting out, Thug got free, Jack got it free. We don't know if this may carry on when everybody get out. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's a beef. You know what I mean?
Well,
It's
they
a
know they know they're gonna have the eye on them. They ain't gonna get right to it. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna get right to it. If they do, they just gonna gradually piss up. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Shit's still going on. Shit's still
Right,
going on. But
right,
it done toned down a lot in Atlanta as far as like that open gang shit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that. It's just regular niggas just doing crash out shit. But it's still keeping an environment where it's like, okay, it's expensive to live in a neighborhood where you might die going to work. That's crazy.
right,
You minded your business. You still gotta look over your shoulder like you in the streets.
right. And you just a law-abiding citizen.
Yeah, can't leave your car running, and definitely don't buy no weed from no niggas at your crib because they might come back and steal everything in it type shit. Like,
Damn.
yeah, it's really
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
starting to get that way in Houston too.
For real?
Oh yeah,
Because
oh yeah.
Atlanta heard that Houston was Atlanta, the old. Listen, literally, Atlanta people have told me on numerous occasions that Houston is like the old Atlanta as far as rent and living circumstances. So a lot of people been migrating over there. They coming over there with the bullshit.
Oh yeah, they are. They most definitely are. But see, the thing is, I think that these Texas boys are sweet because you don't really hear about Houston as far as uh gang violence and the
Hmm.
shit like you would hear about in Chicago, Atlanta, and Orlando. You don't really hear or New Orleans or anything like that. You don't really hear about Houston in them same conversations. So they think everything is sweet until they get here. And they
Hmm.
start fucking with them Texas boys and realize they ain't no punks. That's
They gonna
what
try to do
happened.
that Atlanta shit. The Atlanta shit they be doing is friendlying up, like
And
come
and
around
that
and
ain't
use.
gonna fly down here.
Mhm.
I'm telling you, it ain't gonna fly down here.
What they be
Cause I
doing? They
saw
be
how.
they be robbing people?
Yeah, and well,
Oh
see,
yeah.
what their thing is, they like to friendly up with people. Like they'll just come up and like just kick it with you, smoke with you a couple times, just ask you random questions, just come back, just chill with you. If you got a lot of free time on your mind, on your hands, them niggas will try to get you because you too. You know what I mean? They can watch you. So if they can watch you and hang with you, yeah, they might try to bring some niggas from the A to rob you whole time. So they got visitors coming this weekend you don't even know about. You know what I'm saying? They coming to get you. So that way when they rob you, they go back to the A and he get his cut on the low.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
you
they
gotta
think they can pull that shit here. Like I said, you think these Texas boys sweet until you really find out what they about. And I saw it firsthand when Katrina hit. The niggas from New Orleans came and thought they was just getting ready to take over and it was gonna be sweet. It wasn't gonna be no pushback. And nah, it was a
yeah,
problem.
they got
It was a
stopped.
huge problem.
They
And
got stopped.
they got their asses stomped out. And I'm saying
Definitely.
Wow.
that nicely.
Definitely.
Because you can't say what really happened on YouTube, okay? So
Nah.
Right.
uh
But yeah, they
yeah,
lost.
that did not end well for them. So
They did some
I'm
shit that
warning
we
you.
never seen. They did some shit we never seen though. When they was on top of the buildings and shit, we ain't have no niggas in Atlanta doing that. But they definitely got stopped.
So I hope nobody coming to Houston thinking it's sweet because it ain't. Our own homegrown savages are some bad motherfuckers. Now, don't get me wrong; they are some of the most gentlemanly, kindest people that you will ever meet. But don't take their kindness for weakness. And do not mistake the kindness for weakness.
Damn, I
And
was
I've
planning.
seen.
I was planning on coming out to Texas sometime shortly.
Oh,
Hey,
come. Houston is still a nice place. Like I said, don't mistake the kindness for weakness. Overall, as long as you act like you got some sense, so will we. Ain't nobody out just doing shit just because. Put it that way. That's why you don't hear about us in the same conversations as you do the other major cities I mentioned. Because
Mm-hmm.
we like visitors. We ain't fucking with y'all for what? Y'all
Hmm.
here to help us and our economy in the city. You just here for a minute. Go come see what you want to see and go home. Ain't
See,
nobody trying to keep you here.
they still getting money in Houston, and they spreading money. They got different widespread money. See, in Atlanta, it's compartmentalized money. Like this nigga got money, but he got like 8 people around him that's broke as hell to help him. You know what I'm saying? It's all over the place. Like a whole bunch of small dealers everywhere. That's why it's so much crime because they don't got shit. These niggas sometimes don't even have Lucy money. You know what I mean? But they be trying to get a perk. And then again, they got a gun. So it's like they can't even get a job, but they got a gun. So it's like that's what's happening out there. They ain't got no money. They need to bring the hustlers back because all that robbing and killing, man, that's just a no-fly zone, man. For real.
And Denise just confirmed what I said. Like I ain't lying. She said I'm telling all facts. I ain't lying. It's nice. Houston is a beautiful city. We have great food. We have good people around here. But we still got some savages in this bitch too. Don't get it
Mm-hmm.
twisted.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, if you just coming to visit, come on. I'll show
Speak,
you around. I would
speaking,
love for you to come visit Merita. Shit.
yeah,
We can kick it.
I was planning on coming out. I was gonna go to Dallas, and I was gonna go to Houston. Mm-hmm.
You just gotta watch niggas like me. I'm always by myself because you can't even take niggas to show niggas around because you thinking you're showing them around to show them this how the city is nice. And this whole time he's like, I saw this one charger and I remember I wrote down the address. Like these niggas be doing shit like that, like for
Damn.
real.
Well, I
Yeah.
know Marita ain't on that shit, so we
No,
good.
cause I got a lot of y'all out there. I got you out there. I got Nate set out there. I got Silk out there. I got Corel out there. So you see what I'm saying? So I was gonna come out there. I
Hmm.
was gonna come out there and fuck around a little bit for
Yeah,
real.
no, Houston is a beautiful city. We have
Yeah,
a lot of
man.
culture that people just don't recognize and don't think that we have, but we do.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the most multicultural cities in the damn country, honestly. Anything you want as far as food, cuisine from around the world, we got it
Yeah,
somewhere around
Texas
up in
got
here.
their own flag. Texas got their own flag.
Well, every state has their own flag, but
Um,
Texas, we have our own. Texas is like its own little country.
yeah, that's what I meant. Like their
Okay,
own shit. Yeah.
we are our own little place on the map. We don't fit in nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
We just set apart and always have been, because Texas was a country by itself before we became a part of the United States, and we have
Right.
kept that mentality.
Right.
Hmm.
Honestly, we kept that damn mentality. We think we are separate from everybody else. That's why we have our own power grid, which fails every time we fucking get below 50 degrees. But we ain't gonna talk about that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but Texas is a great place. I love it here. Like I said, I'm from Chicago, so I compare the two. I would never move back to Chicago. Never.
Speaking of
I love
speaking
it
of
here.
speaking of H Town, what y'all think about this Drake situation? I said H Town because he got the J Prince ties, plus he just moved out there, y'all. But you know what I'm saying. But what y'all think about this Drake shit? I'm talking about with the him suing or thinking about suing the biting the hand that feed him. Pretty much, that's pretty much what he doing. You know what I mean? Like, how do y'all feel about that?
About Kendrick Lamar's album sales being inflated and all that shit,
Right.
or well, I think he's just a sore loser. That's all. I think that Kendrick Lamar literally embarrassed his ass out of hip hop. He's a pop singer now. We can't even call him a rapper no more.
Yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
Um,
poor sportsmanship because in actuality, look, this nigga dropped the song last weekend, and look, I heard it by mistake when I'm doing a tattoo. I had the song just on play, and then I was like, "Oh shit, this that new Drake joint," and I was like, "Man, that shit trash. He needs
Cut
to
it out.
stop."
mhm.
He dropped a song and
He
nobody
dropped the
knew.
song, nobody's even talking about it.
I didn't even know he had dropped another song. See,
It's trash.
Wow.
It's
like I said,
trash.
because I don't listen to pop music. So yeah, he's a pop singer now. Kendrick Lamar has embarrassed his ass out of the whole fucking genre, if
He
you
need to
ask
get
me.
Tay Rock or
And
somebody
I
to
think
teach
he
him how to
on,
battle rap.
He act like a
I think he on some bullshit. You know,
he acting like a Karen for sure. I
yeah.
think that same system that been helping him all these years, inflating his record sales, and you know what I mean, helping him become who he is. Like you say, the industry plant. Now since he lost the battle, which he started, now he finna cry, take his ball, go home, and tell on everybody.
And that new song
That's
that I
exactly
heard,
what's happening.
he didn't say nigga in it either. So I feel like he caught on to that because I was just thinking, like, you know what? I never thought of that. But I what crossed my mind when I saw Rick Ross fighting those two white dudes in Canada, and I kept
Yeah,
hearing them say nigga,
nigger.
nigga,
Yeah,
nigga. I
yeah.
was like, you know what? I know why they're saying that. They're saying that because of Drake, because they think nigga is hip hop. No,
Mm,
nigga belongs to the North American black people
mm,
because of the history that comes along with it. And if you don't
mm,
have any ancestors, you don't just be saying that because that's prominent in hip hop. That's how
mm.
I felt about it. Like he did need to stop saying that, and all those other accusations, man. You need to write some better raps. I don't know if all that stuff is true, but oh boy, stomped you out. You know what I mean?
Bro,
Yeah.
when you when you really look at it, and when the veil got pulled back, and we realized who this dude really was, he was really acting the whole time.
Oh, I been knew that.
That's how come he could when he would get on a song with somebody from Atlanta, he would sound like them. He go to a song for somebody from Memphis, he sound like them. He get on a pop song, he sound like them. He was riding everybody waves. You know why? Because
He,
he doesn't have an identity.
he
He
was a
does.
tether.
Hmm.
He
Yeah,
was a tether.
yeah, he does. He doesn't have an identity. Listen, he's half black. He's a mulatto. He was raised by his Canadian mother, his Jewish Canadian mother.
I
So
was just about to say you can't forget the Jewish part.
right, his
Right.
Jewish Canadian mother. So that's why he don't have an identity. So he doesn't know what he doesn't know who he is. So that's how come he shapeshift all of his career. You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But we getting to see who he really is inside by the way he acting now. This is white people shit because everybody knows, every hip hop rapper knows that this is it's a competitive sport and this goes with the territory. You do not fucking cry when you lose a battle. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't do that. You just take your L, my nigga.
You
You
definitely don't take it to court because guess what? There was no
yeah,
young ladies out here trying to accuse you of nothing. It just wasn't a good time for that accusation to come out because the Diddy situation. But since there was no actual lawsuits, you really could have just took that L. You know
yeah,
what I mean? You Drake, bro. Nobody don't really care. We ain't look at
right.
you as a battle rapper anyway. He stomped you
Anyways,
out.
I looked at the writers on the battle songs that he put out. Nigga, he had 9 writers on that motherfucker, and one of them was Nas, nigga. Nigga, you got one of the greatest lyricists in the world writing battle raps for you, and you want to see him like that was preposterous to me too. Like I have been in a battle, a rap battle before. I won.
Me
I only was
too.
in the one. I won. I was only in one, bro. Um, the person you cannot get help writing a battle. Like that's you. That's supposed to be mano a mano. What you and that guy, we want to see what your skills are, want to see what his skills are, and whoever come out on the top may the best man win. It's so hip hop. That is at the essence of what hip hop is. You know what I'm saying? He just fucking just shitting all over it, all over the culture.
Nah, he just went from Degrassi to hip hop. He was acting
Yeah.
the whole time. He just played
Yeah.
the role.
Yep. Yep. Because I never really liked him like that anyway. You
Mm,
know, I never really did. It would be a song or two that he would come out
Yeah.
with
yeah.
that I would like. But as far as liking him as an artist overall, he was always mid to me at best.
He
Bro, when
got
you
me with that. They never loved us. He got me with that one. I was like, damn, that's some shit
nah
I
he
need. I was
nah
I
like, I
nah
like
mean,
that.
I
he
think the
got me
only
with
song that I just really, really loved from Drake was Hotline Bling because I like to dance to it. That was it.
I
Okay.
I actually like Crew Love and Over My Dead Body. The album where they say most of the songs was the weekend songs. That's the one I like. You
Hmm.
know, I think it's
Hmm.
Take
Hmm.
Care. I think it's Take Care or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when you really just pull back everything, bro, you don't supposed to have no fucking like 9 writers on all of your songs. Like you stealing everybody's sauce, you stealing everybody's flow. Like we still do not know how talented Drake is. If you put Drake in a studio by himself with a beat and an engineer, we don't know what he gonna come up with because he done had
Hmm.
reference tracks from other people all over these
Hmm.
years. Like
He
that's
got his
insane.
phone on him.
Yeah, that's insane,
Don't
bro.
forget his first freestyle. He had his phone out.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's insane, bro. I'm telling you, that shit is a big no-no, bro. I'm telling you,
Yeah. I
like
don't think he has talent. I think he's just able to mimic. That's
he's
all.
a ventriloquist.
He's exactly. He can mimic.
That
He can. whatever somebody gives him to say, he can say it well. That's all.
The
He
talented,
got a little bit of
the
he got a
talented
little bit
Mr.
of rhythm
Ripley.
from his daddy, because ain't his daddy a musician,
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken, from
from Memphis.
Tennessee. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he got a little bit of rhythm from his daddy, and he's able to put that shit to good use and
Mm,
become whatever you want him to become. Because, like you said, he's still the sauce from whatever city he's in.
That's
And I
like,
noticed that when, certain songs that I could tell when he was in Houston or he had a Houston influence. Because, I mean, these are the sounds that I grew up with, right? So I
mm-hmm.
know a Houston sound when I hear it, period. I don't give a fuck what kind of beat is on. I know a Houston flow when I hear that shit. And it'd be certain songs, I'm like, yeah, somebody from Houston produced that shit,
Mm-hmm.
or they wrote it, or they gave him the reference track, whatever. But he definitely stealing sauce from Houston on that one. Then
Can,
you hear Atlanta, because Atlanta
mm-hmm.
got every city has a distinct sound. Okay, you can listen to some music and tell where they got the swag from. And Atlanta, you can damn sure tell when he had hooked up with 21 Savage and
Mm-hmm.
who else out of Atlanta, Future, and all the anybody else. You could tell, and I'm just like, who is
Don't forget
Drake?
that boy
That
Extentation said he stole some shit
he
from him.
stole his
Mm-hmm.
whole flow. He stole
Mm-hmm.
his whole flow. He said that. Show did. And he said if anything happened to him, look at Drake.
And let's be real, when XXX was murdered, Drake was sneak dissing after that, saying like he had something to do with it, like kind of like
Mm-hmm.
he had something to do with his
Mm-hmm.
death and shit. Like he was cold blooded. And I'm gonna say this too: if I understand why those rappers are mad at Drake now, because they knew that Drake was not what he claimed to be, but they all enabled him and they let him in. Lil Wayne, Rick Ross, all of them. And then what he did, and then what he in turn did was once he got popping, he went to fucking on their old ladies, talking down on them, and all of that type of shit. Y'all don't know that, bro. Drake trolls Serena Williams' husband right now. And that man was not. That man ain't had nothing to do with Hugh and Serena. Like that was way before his time even came. He do the same thing to ASAP Rocky. He do the same thing to Chris Brown. Like he did the same thing to Rick Ross. All over females. You know what I'm saying? Like he feel like he could just have his way. And this the same guy that they let in, that was the guy from Degrassi. I could see why they mad. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Well,
Yeah.
they
guess
gave
what? Kendrick booked a couple shows over there in Canada, so we're gonna see real soon how that's gonna turn out. Hey, Kendrick got some shows over there in Canada. I'm gonna see how
and
they
I
gonna
and
turn
I
out.
heard and I heard Drake tried to buy out the tickets, but I think Kendrick did the free. I think one of the shows or something for free. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I think he did the show for free.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you know how they try to buy the tickets so like don't nobody come.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
50 did the job. He
Yeah,
bought
but
the
Yeah.
first 4 rows.
yeah, but what's the name? I think they say Kendrick did doing the show for free, so bitch, people gonna be there anyway.
Yeah. Did you Are you looking at this comment from Ursula? Good. First of all, good morning, Ursula.
Come on, Ursula. Yeah,
Um,
what she say?
and she said, "I want to say them poor babies live around the corner from me. If I had known they would have been with me, and I have 10 of my grandbabies with me. It's 20 degrees outside. It's sad. That's no punishment for no one." Um,
Oh, she
Some of
talking
the
about
guys in Detroit.
the pastor.
yeah, yeah. Um, well, Ursula, from everything that I've seen about you, and the vibes that I get from you, I know you would have probably went over there yourself and got the babies off that porch. I know you would have, because you're just a good, kind-hearted person. I've never seen you speak a bad word about anyone,
Yeah, I
and
be saying.
that's the real.
Yeah, I be seeing Ursula.
So
I be seeing Ursula on other people's channels, and she still had that same positive.
the
Like,
same
yeah,
spirit. She just
yeah,
has this warm, welcoming spirit that it's
yeah.
just you can almost feel the love through your screen. Okay, so I know
Mm-hmm,
you would have done that for them, Ursula. I
mm-hmm.
know, and you are right. That is no punishment for anyone, and they need to put that man fat ass out on the porch, him and his wife, for
And
the
that's a
next
pa-
5 months, like they
and
had them. Yeah, and that's a pastor.
that's a
You're supposed to
pastor.
be a leader in the community.
Hey,
They
I ain't
ought
gonna.
to take his title and his
Hey,
church.
hey, I'm gonna say this too. I ain't trying to like stereotype or nothing, but some of the nastiest people that was nasty to me as a kid, but like people who was like in the church, like for real
Yeah.
shit. Like and some of was my family members too, like real shit. Like I used to be like, I expected more from them, but they was like the worst ones. You know what I'm saying?
I think that should happen all across the country, because I think, what happens in one place, it just seemed like to be happening all across. But it seemed
Mm-hmm.
like the church really lost their grasp on the black minds. You know what I'm saying? Because we used to be up in there all the time, and then niggas just let it go and start going with spirituality. Some people went with Islam, some people with 5% Nation, some people
Mm-hmm.
just like, I'm gonna just believe in God, I'm gonna pray from the house. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot more praying from the house than it is going to the church because of that
Mm-hmm.
kind of behavior.
And
Mm-hmm.
I'm one of those people. I ain't even gonna lie. I am definitely one of those people
Yeah, I
who
think it's me
is
too.
it go to bedside Baptist every Sunday versus going to actual church
Mm-hmm.
because of the things that I've seen
Yeah,
in the
they be
church
over
and the
whooping that
leadership
church.
of the church.
Mm-hmm.
Because I grew up in the church. One of my excuse me, my great great uncle founded the church that my family still goes to in Indiana to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Names on the cornerstone. My great granddaddy and my great uncle, names on the cornerstone in the church type stuff. We are Christian people, okay? I grew up
Mhm.
in that church. I grew up in the church down here, but seeing things and hearing things and finding out things about the pastors, the deacons, the this, the that, and the other, and having my own personal experiences in the church. Yeah, that drove
Mm-hmm.
me away completely. I'll go
Yeah.
every now and then with my mama just because she asked me to. But
Mm-hmm.
as far as I'm not even a member of a church anymore right now, and
Mm.
that is something that I never thought would happen. Because don't get me wrong, I'm not a super Christian, but I definitely love God. I know God,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Mm-hmm.
believe in God. So for me to not have a membership in a church right now, that's something that I never thought would happen in life. Never.
Mm-hmm.
But it's because of the leadership that has really driven me away from the church.
Mm-hmm.
The money hungriness. When churches start putting what you call ATMs
Damn near,
in.
then they're putting tariffs on the on the congregation, putting tariffs
Yeah,
on us,
when you
calling it
start
like
Mm-hmm.
putting
dudes.
ATMs in the lobby of the church for people to pay their tithes and offerings, when you won't bury someone because they haven't been paying their tithes. This is a
Hmm.
story that happened in Florida. Woman
Huh?
died. A woman died. This is an old story, matter of fact.
Wow.
An old lady died. And when you're a member of the church, typically the church is where that's the church that they have your funeral, right?
That's right. That's right.
Well, when her family is going to plan the funeral, they're trying to talk to the leadership in the church. They said because she has not paid her tithes in the last 2 years, she is not allowed to have her funeral at this church
Mm-hmm.
without you
Wow.
all paying some absorbent amount of money. And I'm like, see, that's the type of stuff that runs people away from the church.
But they
Because
believe
why
in
do it
God
matter
though.
if she, thank you,
That's what I'm
you
saying. What
Christian,
God
you're
do
the
they
pastor
believe in that they can do
that
that?
would turn away a family in their worst time of their life. That's the worst time of your life when you lose your loved one. To me, there is nothing worse because I've experienced it over and over and over again. That's the worst time of your life, and you're gonna turn me away from the church where I'm supposed to be welcomed at all times? Yeah, I'm done. I'm good on that.
And you know the thing about it, I would feel different if it was like only a, like these type of situations was few and far between. But it seemed like almost in the majority of the churches now, it's some hypocrisy going on. It's some bullshit
Yeah.
going on, right?
Yeah, it's more like a hierarchy now because you're just like you can do your lower church when you're in the hood and you
Mm-hmm.
still messing with people's wives and stuff. Then you move up the scale, through guess through your Freemason ranks. I don't know, and
Mm-hmm.
then you know what I'm saying. You end up high up there with Joe Osteen and all of them when you start. You feel me? When you start shaking the
Mm-hmm.
right hands and all of that, and you get more
Joel
members. And,
Osteen, I'm sorry, Joel Osteen is not a pastor. He is a spiritual or a motivational speaker. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
hmm
he's not a pastor.
That would have seemed like TD Jakes done turned into.
hmm
And him too. The mega churches is another reason why I stopped with the church thing too, because the mega churches started taking over in Houston. Joel Osteen is what his church is maybe 20 minutes away from our house,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
20, 30,
Mm-hmm.
depending on traffic. And
hmm
that used to be where the Houston Rockets played. That used to be the Summit, turned into Compact Center, turned
Mm-hmm.
into Lakewood.
Mm-hmm.
The Rockets used to play there.
That'd be big.
That's what I'm saying. And it'd be full every Sunday, every service. But
Wow.
when Hurricane Harvey hit, was it
He wouldn't.
Harvey?
He
He
wouldn't let
didn't let.
nobody. He wouldn't let the
He
people in.
wouldn't
I
let
remember that.
nobody come in the
I remember that.
church and use it as a shelter.
I remember that.
You know what I'm saying? What kind of God is
You
that?
know, that
Mm-hmm.
type of stuff. because the city was so badly flooded. That was one of the areas that wasn't flooded, and people were able to actually get there.
Mm-hmm.
But he wouldn't allow it to be used as a shelter. But you're the church.
Man.
And as nice as he talks, and as
Right.
polite as he's like the best Walmart greeter ever. He's
I,
like
I
he's
swear.
like the best customer service representative. Like when he talks, it's just all positivity and
I,
everything.
That's
You
why
want
I
to tell
said
me
he's a motivational speaker.
I
Because if
swear.
you're going to speak on being a Christian and talk about giving a sermon, you can't always just be positive, positive, positive. Because, for every positive, there is a negative. For every good, there is an evil. So that's just like if you believe in God, you have to believe in Satan. They go hand in hand with each other. He
definitely.
preaches a prosperity gospel. It's all
Hmm.
about money.
Hmm.
That's it. A positive
That's
prosperity
probably
gospel.
one of them
That's it.
gospels. It's probably one of them gospels Jesus turned over the tables for when he was in church.
That's exactly why Jesus turned over the table for folks like him,
Damn sure did. Damn sure
you
did.
know. And I can't get with it, so I stay at home. Me, like I said, I go to Bedside Baptist where the Reverend Staten E. Pillow is presiding. I don't be
They
bothered.
they saying churches are sucking a lot of money out of the black community.
Facts.
If they do, and don't put it in. Why
Mhm.
At all.
is there a mega church up the street from me
They don't even
in the
come out.
middle
They used to go
of
door to door. They don't even come out
in the
to us
middle
no more.
of what is considered the hood in my city, even though my city really don't have a hood. That's just an older neighborhood. But it's a mega church in the middle of the damn neighborhood that does not give back to the community at all. The pastor has, and this pastor Ivy Hilliard, okay, he's another mega pastor. He has two churches, one on this side of town, one on the other side of town. Why does he travel, or at least he used to? I don't know if he still do. Between the two churches with a helicopter, they got a fucking helicopter pad.
Yeah, we had
What?
one. We had yeah, we got that too here. Zachary Timms, he passed away now, but he had two churches. His wife run them now though. He had two churches, one of them in Apopka and one of them in no, one of them one of them in Apopka and one of them in Kissimmee. And in order to get to both of the churches, they had a helicopter and they fly from
Yeah,
Man, listen,
but
Apopka's
you
so damn
driving,
bad.
yeah.
Real bad out in APK.
Mhm.
you driving all kind of luxury cars, but your congregation is suffering. That's what I don't understand. Y'all had a building fund for the last 30 years and ain't changed the doorknob on the building, but y'all
Right.
collecting for it every damn Sunday. Then you got to give a love offering. Then you got to give your tithes and offerings. Then you got to give a regular offering. Miss me with all that shit. I'm sorry.
Man, listen,
You know,
I found out when I first saw that you used to could go to church and you could take $10 or whatever and you put it on the collection plate and that's it. Man, the collection plate is a garbage can now. It's a little small garbage can. Y'all ain't seen that shit? Like
Nah, hell
yeah,
no.
yeah, it's like the little
yeah,
one, the little garbage can you go in the bathroom. Sometimes be
hmm
a couple of them bitches. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And
Either that or a big ass basket.
a big ass basket
Damn.
and the collection come around at least 3 times, nigga. At
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
least
like I
three
said,
times.
they have, and those were just some of the different categories that I listed. They have 5 million different categories that you can give to.
Telling you.
Hmm.
And you never see anything that goes back into the community.
Right.
Like, at least
Now
with
it
the
seemed
small
like
church, go ahead.
church is for older people and old people that was trying to come back from the streets. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people that's trying to clean up or whatever, they go to church, and then like older people, you know what I mean? I don't really see a whole bunch of people just I'm going every Sunday like they used to.
No, people use Sundays now to do their Sunday reset and clean their house and wash their clothes and all that other stuff that we used to do on
Facts.
Saturdays because Sunday was a day of rest. You
Facts.
cooked your dinner on Saturday. I know my grandma used to cook her dinner on Saturday, so all she had to do was heat it up after we got out of church and make some fresh hot water cornbread, and that was it. We washed the dishes and we didn't do nothing else on Sundays. Now people are using Sundays to get ready for the rest of the week, which I still think is just crazy as hell because I'm used to, still setting that mindset where Sunday is for church. I might not go to church, but I will watch church. I watch my
Yeah.
auntie's church online.
Yeah.
My
But
my kids mom, my son mom, uh what they do is they uncle is a pastor. Actually he baptized me 2021, 22. Um, but what they do is they have a Zoom thing, and I used to watch on my phone. You know what I mean? Everybody be in different places, but he be like delivering. He do the church from his church, and we be on Zoom. You know what I'm saying? That's what I used to do.
But they had niggas donating through Cash App or something because
Nah,
I know.
nah, I ain't gonna lie, you right. I ain't gonna lie. You know, he never asked us to donate no money. I just forgot about. I just thought about that. He never asked me for a dime. Never.
Cool.
Yeah. I just thought about that. I never even thought about it until you just said that. Never asked me for a dime. Never. It's a small church too, so And he got money though. He got money like he's well off. He used to be an ex-police officer, shit like that. Now he a pastor. He got businesses and shit like that. So maybe that's how he take care of the bill, the roof fund. You know what I'm saying? But he
Hmm.
never asked us for no money. I ain't never think about that. Damn. I might need to get back on that Zoom call then. You know what I mean? Because I ain't been on this since I don't go with the girl no more. But yeah. But I'm finna get ready
Yeah.
to get on out of here, y'all.
Yeah,
It's
me too. All right.
it's
Peace.
sacred here.
Alrighty.
Salute. Y'all don't want to give no shots out, say goodbyes, and then plug your YouTube channel, your Instagram
Yeah.
or something.
Shout out to Merita boy, man. I've been following you since you was with the other two bloggers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
appreciate you, gang.
yeah, man. I've been keeping up. You got great content, man. Just keep on pushing, man.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
welcome to pull up anytime, man, because you're very intellectual. Your thoughts are well thought out, man. I like listening to you. You
I
open my mind
appreciate
to
that.
certain things.
And
Yeah,
my
I enjoyed your conversation. That's for sure.
thank you. Is
Because everybody
definitely a
don't come
mutual
up
feeling.
because everybody don't come up here and can talk eloquently and have their thoughts well thought out and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
ain't that the
definitely,
truth?
definitely. So I'm older, so I like to present myself in a way where what I'm saying. I don't always have to be like street. You
Yeah.
know, just
Where you
kind of.
from?
I'm from Springfield, Massachusetts. I'm actually
Oh,
here right now, but I live in Atlanta. I've been down in Atlanta for 27 years. I'm here
oh,
tattooing and
okay.
visiting family. So I'm gonna shout out my IG.
Go
It's
ahead.
at Springfield Sun 7 on IG. That's it. I've been
All right.
tattooing for 16 years. I'm licensed. I work at Official Ink Tattoo, and that's it, man. I got a
All
great
right, man.
portfolio. Thank you.
All right, you welcome, bro. You anytime, man. Pull up anytime.
All right, peace.
All right, peace.
Yeah,
Appreciate.
yeah. Shout out to Invisible Woman. Shout out to everybody who pulled up this morning.
Yeah. Hey, how my girl
Uh,
doing? How's she doing?
she's doing great. She's doing great. So God answers prayers.
Mm-hmm.
She's doing great. I just talked to her yesterday. So
Mm-hmm.
she misses us. She misses you. Matter of fact, she told me to tell you, hey.
All right. Till I say I love it. Till I say hey too.
I will. And just I don't never plug my YouTube channel because ain't nothing on it. I don't plug my IG because I ain't never on there. So that's it. But
Yeah.
I just want everybody to just stay safe. That's it. Until we
All
meet
right.
again.
All right. All right. Peace. Thank you, Tanel.
Well, no problem.
Shout out to shout out to Ursula Amos. Shout out to Denise. Shout out to what's it, King Official. I'm just shouting at everybody that didn't get shots out. Shout out to King Official. Shout out to Barbara Woods. Shout out to Ike Martin. Shout out to Deputy Eula. I see my girl popped in here early. Shout out to Free Springfield Sun 413. Man, bro cat up here and he held us down. Um and I enjoyed him. So I hope he pull up again whenever he choose to. And I damn sure drop the link for him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's somebody that I would like to chop it up with further in the future on some, whatever topics that come up, man. You know what I mean? He's somebody that definitely will add to the platform as far as like an intellectual mind, somebody who can articulate their words and their thoughts, and you know what I mean. We can have a good conversation. So I appreciate him for pulling up. This live was just a spur of the moment live. You know what I mean. I know a lot of y'all probably catching on the replay game. You know what I'm saying. And I appreciate you guys. I'm trying to get back in again. Putting these lives together for you guys. I had been abstinent for a while. Shout out my guy Silk Foster Jr. Because Silk, this live really was a live that Silk DM'd me and told me to do. But I dozed off to sleep and I woke up in the middle of the night and I decided to go live, which, because I couldn't go to sleep. I couldn't sleep. But shout out to my boy Silk. I'll probably try to go live again today so Silk could share his opinions on thoughts or what he wanted to talk about. You know what I mean? That's the family right there. So shout out to my guy Silk Foster Jr. Shout out Reflections of Kimberly. Shout out to Nate Said It. Shout out to Audio Crack 22. Shout out to Flyboy Michael 4. Shout out to Nephew for Real. Shout out to Anonymous One. Shout out to Eddie. Shout out to SLK, Something Like Cloud TV. Yo, Inglewood. Shout out to Lil Kel's Truth Movement. Go subscribe to Lil Kel's channel. Shout out to FL Traffic. You know what I mean? Shout out to Denise. Shout out to Tamara Jackson, aka Peanut. Shout out to my girl Invisible Woman. Get well soon, Adrian. I think that's pretty much about it right now. I can't think of off the top of my head. Who else? Who else? Who else? Oh, shout out to Rich Supreme TV. Who else? Shout out to YNW Lombardi. Shout out to T Sweezy, man, because I don't know how to say this name. Shout out to T Sweezy, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Like, share, comment to this video. Chill.